Welcome to Utopia. Please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great.
Just as long as we've already let it through our gates.
This is our dreamland. This is Utopia. Yet another little podcast for you. This is our dreamland. This is Utopia. It's where we discuss the little things and make them better for you. This is our dreamland. This is Utopia. You've got a pet peeve.
We'll kick it out for you.
It's a wonderful and magical and positively colourful. It's our cheeky show. By now you know.
The Utopia Project.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project, a cheeky little show where we chew the fat and discuss all those little things in life and decide whether or not they're part of our hypothetical utopia. I'm Chucky T, and each and every week I'm joined by Jack Magic.
Hey,
how you doing, mate?
Prize monies.
Hadouken.
Not bad, fella, you?
Yeah, not bad.
Good.
And I'm also joined each and every week by the Permanent Shopping.
Oh, yeah, boy. Mad sick.
Having fun?
Yeah, I didn't realise that. I forgot that we don't have the single screens anymore, do they?
No.
So I'm there prepared. And I look up. I'm like, oh, no, I'm on camera.
Yeah,
It's too late.
So you look at me like, oh shit.
That's one thing that always worries me now that we have the group cam, is the fact that I'm like, oh, hello, I'm Chucky T, and usually you two are dicking about, and I'm just like, it's cool, it's not on the camera, and then you two, I know every time since we've had it, have just been like,
Yeah.
just fucking about or giggling.
Yeah.
So, Peeves, boys.
I got a peeve.
Yeah?
Saw something about it the other day and it made me think, and it's right. Moths and other such bullshit creatures
Right.
are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's the most idiotic creature to be. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. It's pretty cool that it's rustic butterfly.
Yeah, but think about it, right?
Like vintage.
It's a creature that is attracted to light.
Yeah.
Yeah? When do they come out?
At
When they
night.
At night.
At night.
Why? And then in the corner of your room, during the day, when your room is as light as it will physically get, to sleep in the corner. Like, nah.
But say, no, that makes sense though.
No, it doesn't.
Because they're like, I've got all the light, I can chill now.
Yeah, but
at night, they're like, need to find light.
Where's it gone?
It wouldn't be healthy for a crack addict to live in a crack farm, would it? Because it is too much, the addiction. So you got to come out at night, because if they're around light too much, mate, they go wappy.
Yeah, but he's talking about moths, not crack.
Just things that
Yeah,
are
but
attracted
very
to light.
similar.
Crack denites.
Crack nights.
Things that are attracted to light but are nocturnal. That's so, like,
It's unproductive.
unproductive, isn't it? It's so, like...
You can have too much
what's
of a
the
good
word?
thing. You
Like,
can treat yourself to a little bit of light.
It's anti-something, isn't it? What's the word? When they're, like, not working for themselves.
It's
It's like anti-productive.
self-sabotage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like anti-productive.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid, man.
I didn't know they were nocturnal. There you go, I've never seen
They
one
only
out in
come out at
the day.
night, don't they? Or they only start flapping about. They only,
but
do all the
maybe-
they only do all the mad shit during the day if you poke them.
Yeah, but then if they're like...
But don't do they? They're sat there. If you poke them, you're like, fuck!
How are you and why are you poking them off?
You just think, go on, get out.
No, I feel like it gives something. Don't like that. Don't
Like a kiss.
Yeah, make you look...
And he gets fucking well scared of them. It's like, oh, they're in the kitchen again. They're in the kitchen again. Might as well be
Like they're
like...
sat there having their tea at the
Yeah,
table.
like she can see anything. She's like, oh, well, yeah, whatever. But then if she sees like,
She's good. She can see
if
anything.
she sees moths in the kitchen, honest to God, it's like a horde of thieves have just like stumbled through the back door. She's like, oh, they're here again. They're back. They're back. Jack, do something about it. Do something about it. Jack, do something about it. That's a moth, Amy.
Fuck off, you dusty cunt.
Yeah.
Don't mind moths.
That's all you need to do.
Moths are good. I'll tell you what freaks me out more now than it did when I was a kid is actually butterflies. You ever look
Butterflies are sick.
You ever look really close at butterflies?
They're very furry.
Ugly, man.
Yeah.
They fucking. You look at their face. They look all like cool on the outside. They're like the catfish of insect world, and they're all fluttering about. And you look really close at it. It's like. It looks fucking horrible, man.
I feel like butterflies constantly look out of breath.
What do you mean?
If you see a butterfly flying, the way it's doing it looks knackered.
Here's a question.
It looks like it's like, come on, oh, where are we going? Oh, come on. Whereas
weird.
moths are just like,
Here's a question.
all the energy, isn't they?
If a butterfly can't fly, is it just Lurpak?
Probably, mate, yeah.
Just butter.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not butterfly.
It's a moth.
It's just a butter stand.
Yeah.
Just butter.
So you wanted to send moths then?
No, I like them.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I think they're fucking bullshit anyway. Also, you seen them videos of like giant, like huge ones? Like
Oh, the ones that are like as big
massive
as
Oh,
your
they
fucking
need to
hand.
stop doing
They
that.
need killing. Yeah. But yeah,
Genetically
the
modified.
only thing I don't like is obviously I just grab them and then just chuck them out the door.
You just grab them.
grab 'em.
You want fucking Karate Kid or something? Chasing
Not
them
like
fucking
fucking butterfly
But like, if
pedo,
they're
you
going
are.
around, if they're on the wall, I'll just like grab them and then throw them out. Like, get the fuck out of here, paying rent, bitch. But the only thing I don't like is when you grab them and they just go all mad in your hand and you can feel them like.
I imagine they would. If some big
feels
hand
like-
grabbed
if
you,
a
you'd be like, "Oh."
no, mate.
It feels like you're trying to hold steak. Weird.
Hold, what is it, sparkling water?
Yeah.
You ever done that?
If you've got a handful of fizzy.
You ever managed to hold a liquid? You ever grabbed
Yeah,
liquid?
weirdly, yeah, I did it the other day actually.
Yeah.
That's not even a lie. That's not even a lie. I got a handful of water and put it on some garlic.
What?
Sounds ridiculous.
What?
So
Was it in your spare time?
no, so I was doing some.
Yeah.
I was doing some roasted garlic, and you had to put
Tap bake.
you had to put the garlic in some foil, bit of oil, and it was like 2 teaspoons of water. I was like, that splash. So rather than looking back on it, it's a stupid idea. It's only now you brought it up that I thought, what an idiot. Rather than taking the foil to the tap, I just walked over to the tap, got a handful of water, and just
Did it splash?
Loved it.
a little bit. It's like water bay.
Yeah.
Fucking
Tap bake.
mancy.
Okay, splash
Yeah,
of water,
man.
and then I took it out of the foil and put it in a pot anyway, so it was a complete waste of time.
What was you making? Just wet garlic?
Roasted garlic.
Just wet
Roasted garlic. What's the tea? Roasted garlic.
No, 'cause so you make
There
a
you
roasted.
go. A big old clove of garlic.
You make a roasted garlic paste and mix it in with the mayo.
The
So you
rest
have
of the
roasted
garlic.
mayo. Yeah.
Do you make paste by just water? Like, and then you...
No, you just roast the garlic and it all goes soft and you can mash it up.
Mush it up.
Mash it up.
I'm still at mashed potatoes, mate, so I'm not going towards
you can't
garlic
make
yet.
smash, and that's just water and powder. So
What? Oh, no,
No,
I've never
you
tried
made
that.
potato milkshake. Can you remember?
I make
Oh,
real
yeah.
life potato milkshake.
I'm gonna make you a potato milkshake one day,
It'd be alright. Where are you putting it?
or potato and shake.
Just have a potato. And just
Yeah.
Oh, shaky potato.
There you go.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah,
again.
baked potato,
Yeah,
like a potato, but just splash of milk, shake it.
I'll give anything a go.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you legit.
So-
I'm gonna make you a potato milkshake out of mash and crusher.
Bit of Lurpak.
Crusher.
Oh,
Yeah.
Crusher. Oh, that's the really depressing milkshake thing, isn't
to
it?
take it back to the moths.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to get rid of them out of Utopia.
Yeah.
I feel like they're needed for the ecosystem. They're not that bad, but I think
can
our
they just be
moths,
invisible?
our moths should have like they'll be like moths 2.0.
Yeah.
Tal's desperately googling whether they are like important to the ecosystem, but I think make them moths 2.0 so that they're like upgraded, so that they're sensible.
Yeah.
They don't come in your house
Yeah.
and they don't like
Yeah.
just fuck
They just
about.
live
So
on
you
moth
see-
farms.
Yeah, when you see a bird, like obviously it glides across. Like butterflies and moths are just like constantly mental, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think they break the neck less on doors and stuff because they do this more, whereas birds just fucking kamikaze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do a few throw 'em into
a few
a face.
throw 'em.
Yeah, I know, but if I can't do that to a moth. It just off it pops. But birds,
Whee!
unfortunately, they've got a straight line towards fucking.
I've
death,
heard a lot of
haven't
moths going.
Yeah.
Wee.
they? Me too.
So with
What
that-
are you saying, Tal?
Moths are very important, apparently. Apparently they spread more pollen than bees.
well, that was a
Oh,
lucky
really?
punt from me, wasn't
Oh,
it?
fuck bees then.
Tal, why
Oh,
is
save the bees, save the moths,
That's why
man.
they're furry as fuck, man.
why is a moth a moth? Why is it like the hobo butterfly?
What a fucking question.
I fucking
Why
love
is
it.
a moth a moth?
asked that.
Because it is.
No, any more than that. You can't put that.
No,
you don't get full
you don't
marks
need
for that.
more than
answer.
that.
I mean, why is it called moth?
No, why is it like?
Why is it existed?
Well,
Let's go
butterfly-
back to the
butterflies.
dawn of time and explain how
Yeah,
all these
butterfly.
microorganisms
We've gone-
evolved
Why
and then they all
butterfly
went.
all got crazy wings and that, and the moths just you're brown. That's it.
Well, a lot of them is camouflage because it probably goes in damp and like dusty, horrible stuff. Most stuff in there will be made of like wood and that.
You see, that's how you get
Probably
full
lives
marks.
off wood shit.
That's how you get full marks on the question. You explained it.
The problem with
thanks, Dad.
the problem with that theory though is he lives in the real world and he ain't nocturnal.
What do you mean?
What?
You said they're brown. You're a bit brown and you still live in the real world. Why don't you just go around at night collecting pollen?
Because that's not his job.
They live in the real world.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Being brown has no relation to it.
No, but animals actually need camouflage, don't they?
I suppose it's probably hide on like wood and stuff, don't they?
Which is what I just fucking said.
And then the butterflies hide on the flowers, don't they? That's why they're all different colours.
Yeah.
That's mad. Why have you never seen a brown flower?
That's why, like a polar bear, I mean, let's not get into the full semantics of it because I know there's facts, but like a polar bear is white, so it blends in with the fucking snow, and a brown bear is brown because it lives in the fucking woods and that.
Do you reckon
that's how it all works?
Do you reckon before everyone started building shit and it was all green, do you reckon everyone was green?
It wasn't all green, was it?
Yeah, but like if it was that colour, do you reckon it just adapted the colour? Because white people live in not a white world, do they?
That's more to do with protection from the sun.
It's the big pigment of your skin, isn't it? It protects you. It's like a natural sun cream, basically.
To do with the weather. That's how we've evolved. But obviously now people move around, don't they?
I suppose because the colour white repels,
planes are a thing.
Yeah, what?
Planes are a thing.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a 1 mark answer.
You said people move around, don't you? Like, planes happen, people emigrate.
Oh, mad, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's why like koalas aren't like luminous pink.
They're grey.
They don't live somewhere that's like
grey.
They don't hide on grey trees.
They don't live on tarmac. But yeah.
Why colours things, man? That's mad.
Why are colours things? To be fair, Sharpie, I'm used to your idiot behaviour.
Yeah.
Why
these questions are stupid?
Why are greyhounds?
Yeah, but no one's ever asked it, so no one's ever given an answer.
There's far more to it than what we can cover in a 20 minute
this.
fucking podcast.
I just thought. So, firstly, right? Well, like, just reinvent the. I don't know what. There's no sound for reinventing something. Why am I looking?
What could that be, Jack? No, come on, Sharpie. Right, what's your reinventing sound? No, do it. I'll clip it up. I'll make sure it's on the soundboard. For all the times we reinvent stuff.
Yeah.
You want reinventing sound? Made it.
I mean, it works.
So that was it.
It weirdly.
We'll reinvent the moths. But one thing I've just thought of, and I know you're going to just go, fucking greyhounds. Right? Why are greyhounds called greyhounds when they're not grey, but the ones that are grey are called blue?
Why do you have a blue steak and it's just rare?
Pink.
Your question. Go.
We just question him with a question.
Apparently, yeah. Incorrect.
Out of time. Anyway.
What does Vorsprung mean?
You reminded me
What did you say? What's Vorsprung Dorish technique?
No, so what does Vorsprung mean?
Vorsprung?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Out of time, go.
You reminded me of a rabbit then. Because rabbits always look like they're going to say something and then they don't. They're always like...
I always thought you was on about my teeth again. That's what people used to say when I was a kid.
No, they always look
You really
like...
are determined to make me cry this week.
No, they always look like they've figured it out and they're like... Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, a rabbit is the only animal whose scrotum is above its penis. Do you know that?
Is that a legit fact?
Yeah. Their dick's under the balls.
I'll Google that, please. Fact check.
No.
It's legit, I heard
It's
it.
like, how about fuck off?
I heard that shit.
Yeah. So we're reinventing moths then.
Yeah, cool. Problem
Sound.
solved.
Sweet. Done.
Should we get...
Sharpie? You got a pet peeve? Or
Oh,
anything?
Jackson chose now.
Yeah. I'm just saying. What are you saying then? Should we I thought you was going to give him a go at one.
I got to pay your sponsor.
Oh, yeah, shit, we haven't done the sponsor. Oh, fucking strapped for time as well. Shit. Right, take the sponsor away now. Go.
Let's go. This week, the Utopia Project is sponsored by a brand new charity to get behind in the WWE wrestling ring. Have you ever watched a wrestling game and seen the household furniture, commonly known as a chair, folded up as a weapon? Have you ever thought, I wonder if that chair ever wants to be used for sitting instead of violence? Me too. Well, this new charity, Fair Chairs, is setting out to say no more violent furniture and also tied legs of the people. Fair Chairs aims to use beaten up old steel chairs used by various wrestling federations for people who have never seen a chair or do not have even a chair either. Chairs upon chairs just lay under the ring, having been abused by angry wrestlers in the form of heavy steel, never having been unfolded to become the seater to the seated, they remain seatless, is very sad. When the chairs finally hang up their steel and help a family sit down and have a meal, maybe roast dinner or spag bowl, and laugh at jokes and good times they have shared. Stand-up comedians smile and laugh when they are standing up, but behind that smile, they are never just comedians. Always stand-up comedians, never just a comedian. A chair is a smile to the soul. A seat is a treat, and a treat is a sweet, and a sweet is nice, so take this advice and provide a chair to have a second life today and make a stand-up comedian experience a smile on the inside of their body and their brain. Look at me, I'm
I'm the captain now.
Look at me, I'm sat down, and it's something I hope all can experience, and I hope all chairs can provide. Fair Chairs will make that dream a reality to all, and to all a good night. So please go to www.fairchairs.com/violence we quit for a chance we can sit and receive updates of the families' names and many photos of their laughter and good times they share while sat on the steel chairs provided by you with code I want your family's photos. Receive your favourite photo on a mug or a pillow to further the style of your house. Hashtag Real Steel Feel Families. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Just as a side note before we get to the thing, why is that the first time we've ever started saying laugh instead of laugh?
I say both.
I thought that.
I always say both.
No, you can't say both.
Yeah, I do. When being on say, I just say bath or bath. I say both. I'm greedy.
Say laugh or laugh. I say both
At the same time. Laugh!
on both things.
Laugh. No, sometimes I say laugh because my mum's from Yorkshire, and then sometimes I say laugh because my dad isn't.
Because Dad's just not.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realise. Mad though, innit?
You didn't realise where your parents were from?
No, it's mad though, innit? Like how you change.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's the first time.
I might have a bath. I might sit on the grass.
No.
Grass.
He's not done that before, has he?
I've done loads of
Have you
things.
heard that, producer Tal?
Maybe, but to be honest, it's hard to keep track of what he's saying a lot of the time.
I've done loads of things, Tal.
Why
Big
is
ass
that?
polo, innit?
Why you got that?
Found
Get
it.
there from.
Found it.
Thoughts on the sponsor?
Odd.
So you hate charity? That's what you
No, I
said.
don't hate charity.
You hate family that don't have chairs. You want people to stand up forever.
I think if we're going to change the life of like families that are, struggling, maybe a chair isn't where we start.
Yeah, but then if you wanted to change the life of a family that's struggling, maybe sponsoring a donkey in either. But that still.
Yeah, but that doesn't claim to do that, does it?
No, but
they
it claims-
just
Sponsor a
look after the
donkey
donkeys.
helps the donkey.
that does what it says on the tin. It says if you've not got a chair, this charity will get you a chair. So if it gets a chair and it has the evidence of the photo of the family, like haha, the jokes and wonderful times sat around on the chairs,
Okay.
then they'll be like, I've not said it's made you laugh any better. I've just said you can sit down.
There
for
you
a
go.
bit.
Sit down, chill.
Sit down.
Don't worry about it.
Take a load off, mate. Laughs hard.
Yeah. Okay.
You
all right.
two are weird, man.
He's the weird one. I'm just kind of going with it.
Yeah.
Fair
You know,
chairs.
Chairs do make your life better.
They do. If you
I
don't
got,
have
called,
chairs, it'd
I
be
got
hard.
called weird this week because we're moving around the shop at work, and I requested the option to stand up. So I said, can you do
stand up
it
desk.
height, so I can do like not a stand up desk as such. But like,
Oh, you're going to regret that,
Yeah.
mate.
but no, well, half of it'd be counter and then half of it'd be sat down. And can I get on the screen, please?
Oh yeah. Producer Tal just sat there watching the show.
I just realised I was like, I'm still not here.
No, you half want to be stood up, half want to be sat down. So you're going to
No,
be
not
like,
both at the same time.
Like, hey guys.
That'd be like a squat desk. I just want the option to stand up, so I can stand up for a bit. 'Cause it's free exercise, isn't it? And then I can sit down if I get a bit tired.
You want one of them desks that do this?
No, just one big, one small. I can just move either side.
Oh, so, yeah, but you got
Well,
the computers on one though.
One thing, we've got computers on each one.
This is maybe
One thing I do want to get is one of them, them really cool seats that your teacher got that's not quite a seat, it's like a kneeling thing.
Do I need some space opera and grow up?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Get yourself
On that note,
Yeah.
shall we convene and get our guest in?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah? We'll see you in a little moment.
Let's do it. Love it, bye.
Utopia Project.
And we're back with a guest.
Yeah.
We have a guest, Jack.
We do have a guest.
Do you want to introduce the guest, Jack?
Why don't you introduce yourself? Who are you?
I'm Hayden.
Hayden.
Also known as Dutch.
Yeah.
There we go. We said, what do you want to be introduced as? And then we said, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Frank.
Easier. So, how we doing, mate?
I'm alright, thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All good?
very good.
What brings you to Utopia, other than obviously us saying, do you want to come on the show?
Yeah.
Well, I've been listening for a while since
Yeah.
Jack told me about it, and
Yeah.
my son loves it, so I thought it was great to come along.
Oh, good.
Can we give him a little shout out? I know he listens.
Yeah.
Hi, Ion.
There we go. So, have you got any peeves?
Yeah. So I've been thinking about this one loads. There's loads of things in general life that just piss me off, but the worst one, the A46.
Yeah.
You go on there, you lose your phone signal. The minute your car wheel touches that bit of road, car signal goes. Potholes everywhere. If there's an accident, the whole city comes to a standstill because of the one road. It's schizophrenic. It doesn't know if it's like a single or a dual carriageway. Just everything about the damn place. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
You are allowed to swear.
Yeah.
Oh, it pisses me right off.
Everything about the place just... I swear if you want, fucking shit!
You've had some experience with that road.
Fucking hate it. It's
Yeah.
awful. I'm so glad I don't have to go on it no more. That's the best thing about changing jobs, I would say.
Yeah.
I would, at the very least, it's like top 3 reasons that I'm happy for leaving. Because it's fucking just abysmal. The biggest thing, like, when it's clear, like, it's fine, I can go with it. You just shoot up and down it, jobs are good.
It's just a road then, isn't
I
it?
used to
It's just-
love the
yeah.
bypass.
Just a road then.
Yeah. I'd love the bypass. But like you said, one thing happens on it. It's like, right, that's right.
That's it.
We're shutting 20 miles of it. No, but it's only happened up there. No. It's closed to Pennells.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you can sneeze at Pennells and it's close to Leicester.
That's it, done.
Yeah, to be fair, I just always think of the A46 being like
Just that bit.
the Lincoln bypass.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
worst bit.
But yeah.
By far, that's the
But
worst
like,
bit.
it goes
It
for
keeps
fucking
going,
ever,
doesn't
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It goes all the way to like Leicester.
I
and
agree,
then-
I forget that, yeah.
And the worst bit about it goes to Cleethorpes.
Yeah, well, that's the road
Like-
that you don't want to be going down.
Why is it 46?
Road number 46, the 46th road they ever created.
I'm mad that.
Yeah.
Is that genuinely how they got their names?
Well, I don't. I might. It
don't
might
know,
be another
actually.
lucky punt, but I don't think
I
so.
don't know why the
I think it's to do with like.
Producer Tal, Google.
Is it to do with
It's got
like
46
the
problems in this
priority
road
of
as
like
well.
how
Yeah.
important they are? So like you have the A1,
I
and
know
then you have the A1, 3.
The letters are to do with what type of road it is. So like A roads,
Yeah.
B roads, etc. The numbers, I don't know.
Producer Tal. Come in.
So I'm just trying to read what this is at the minute. It's obviously when something's originally listed as like an A road, it's then just assigned a number in the sequence of what number the A road is. So if it's like the 46th A road, it's the A46.
Oh really? So probably
we go.
was, so I was right then.
Probably is
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
No, I thought
That's
you
twice
meant.
tonight.
I thought you meant that was the 46th road ever created.
It's for
Like
46.
the Romans only created like
It's the
12.
46th.
It's the 46th A road
ever
has been created. So like the M1 is the first motorway.
Not the 46th road.
Yeah,
No.
but probably.
Do you remember years ago when we was getting lift home from Boston with our cousin? And we pulled up to a junction at Welton. I don't know if you know where it is. So there's a junction where we cross over it at Welton, and it says A46 Lincoln that way, A46 it's Market Raisin or something
Yeah.
Yeah.
that way. And she went. To be fair, you can see the logic,
Yeah.
right? You can see the logic she's used here. It's all wrong though. But she said, it's about 46 miles to Lincoln and it's about 46 miles to Market Raisin.
We're exactly in the middle.
It's like, that doesn't, no, that's not what it means. Because she thought it was about 46 miles. Not because they're not going to measure things exactly.
A meant about.
Just roughly. What, we're putting this sign up.
specific number.
What's the, like? If that's the case, they've put that sign up at like 4 o'clock on a Friday. They've put this sign up. Right, Lincoln. How far is it? About 46 miles. And then they've got like someone's reading the paper. About 46 miles. Okay, how far is it to Raisin?
About
Same,
46 miles.
Same again.
Same again. Just put another one of them.
I've been lucky really to not have too much experience with that road in general. I think I've had
You've
a
been a
bit.
townie all the time, haven't you?
Well, I used to commute to Nottingham a little bit. You went on it there, but it further. I went on that more when they like opened it all up, you know, because it had the years, didn't it?
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it just being like, we're working on this road,
Yeah.
and people are still driving on it.
Yeah.
I had a weird experience on there once. That was on the way back from Nottingham. There's my mate, and I was a young apprentice, and he was on his phone, and I was like, get off your phone, get off your phone. And then I just didn't dare say anything. And he was on the phone, and then he just went into the other lane. And I was like, oh, he's overtaking. Oh, there's more cars coming. What's he doing? And he thought he was on dual carriageway. I was just like,
Is that on the old A46?
yeah. When he was building the other side of the dual carriageway.
Yeah.
And he was just ploughing into this car. And he was just like, oh, shit. And I was like, fucking Jaspers.
Jesus. Did you tell him?
I just said, what the fuck's going on? Like,
Did you ever do the old one, though, that was that single track through the villages?
no.
Oh, it makes this one actually a pleasure. I can't moan too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all through the villages to Nottingham. It used to take nearly like an hour and a half rather than 40 minutes. It was awful.
I do forget how old you are sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reminding myself.
Oh, do you remember when we used to go there on a horse and cart? Shut up, Hayden. Nobody's as old as you.
I'll tell you what.
My wife is, I need to shout that one out. She's definitely older than me. So.
She's older than you?
Yeah.
Wow. Did she not have the car?
No,
Just ride the horse.
she was there when the wheel was invented.
Wow. She just get all the way to Nottingham with a stick and hope. Go on.
When the A1, the first road, was created.
Yeah.
She helped build it.
Here's a question. Why is it like, I've obviously been on the A46 as a passenger many times. It's great. It's like any other road.
Yeah.
Why is it so much worse as a driver?
It's the carnage that ensues being on the road, because it's not just like the motorways. You can just kind of get your foot down, off you go. You just keep doing that. But I think the A40. Well, what do you reckon?
Most bypass roads, they just go, and you have like nice little roads to pull off on. Lincoln seems to have a roundabout every so many meters.
I've noticed that. There's loads of them.
Yeah. So
And none of them work.
when something goes wrong, the whole city just comes to a standstill. I think it's a bigger problem than maybe just the road. It's just the road's my bashing point.
Yeah, but why did they put the roundabouts in so many times then?
Because they're fucking idiots. People, honestly, people who design roads around here, it's like they just hire. Right, have you never seen a road before? Yeah, right, sweet. You're designing the bypass.
I think they plan for like today rather than 10 years' time, though.
Yeah.
So the road system's so outdated in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And they list everything as well. That's another peeve. They list everything. So like all the buildings in town, you can't put a sign up on most of them because the brickwork with a certain pattern's been listed as a grade A or something.
The whole fucking place, isn't it? Like so many derelict places, and they're like, oh, this would be perfect for this. You can't do anything with it though.
Then
There's like campaigns to keep these buildings alive, and I'm like, they're fucking falling to bits. Like, either let people like modernise them, or just fucking demolish them.
It's just wasteland.
Yeah.
And that's why the roads are so bad, because you can't build new roads, you can't make them wider because everything around them is listed.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit the aesthetic.
Yeah.
How do you get something listed? I've got a few things to get listed.
Like what?
Just make it old as shit, don't you?
Yeah. Just so people can't get rid of it.
You just want to be a prick.
Yeah. Just stuff that's just in the way.
That hedge there, look.
I'm just going to
listed.
get, like, I don't know, load of these rices.
What you could do,
If you write it down, it's
List
listed.
what you could do is just make a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then people...
I mean, they don't need to say what it's listed, because you can just walk around with a high vis and a clipboard, and then when people looking like they want to do some videos, go, sorry, you can't do that, it's listed. And just write it down and just add it to your list. It's on this list.
Do it at work when people want to buy suits. You just get a nice listed. And
Sorry,
like, what do you
yeah.
mean? I put it on this list.
I put it on this list.
Yeah.
You can
Right.
grade them as well, like grade A, grade B.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all grade A, not having none of it.
Yeah, because you can just write, no, sorry, it's on this list. Let's see. Brown suit.
That's
I
right,
think you
yeah.
stop people in Tesco's. Just walk around Tesco's with a clipboard. When they pick it up, go, sorry, it's listed. Can't move that.
That one again
I
is
bet
like...
if you did that with enough conviction, people would be like, oh, sorry.
You got a high-vis vest. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
All you
High-vis
need to
vest.
get in anywhere is a high-vid vest and a ladder.
Yeah.
So
Very true. Question.
Question
You
time.
say it's grade A, grade B, grade. If it's like grade B, can you break it a little bit? Or like
I think that's pretty much it.
you can kick it a bit, and
Yeah, you
do
can just
that,
walk up
like-
and give it a kick.
Yeah, I'm gutted it's listed and I can't get rid of it, but you can tell us what's good.
Yeah. Grade A, you can do nothing
Grade
bad
A,
to
you've got to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, grade A, you're not allowed to do anything bad to it. Grade B, you're allowed to tell it it's a cunt, but that's about it.
Grade C, you
Yeah.
can piss on it. If you
Yeah.
just piss on it.
Grade C, just knock the fucker down.
Yeah.
Another one that shows my age a little bit when they transformed trebles from a biker bar to
Used to be a biker bar?
Yeah, it used to be a metal bar, and
Yeah.
it became like IKEA with beer, right? They wanted to put a sign on the outside, and there's crisscross brickwork, so they weren't allowed to put a sign because of the crisscross brickwork. Who looks up at the brickwork?
Just make some more crisscross brickwork, like doing them chips.
What? Sellotape some waffle chips to it.
We don't have to do that. Just make some more brickwork. Your brick's still a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, brick's still a thing.
Cement and
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, we'll get rid of that one. I'll make another one. Like,
Builders and cement and that.
if you like that pattern, get a mould of it, make loads more. And
Yeah, you take a picture, and anyone can apply to just own the picture of what it used to look like.
Then, yeah.
If you're not
like
bothered about looking at
like
it,
an
there
NFT.
you go. You can look at it.
Like an NFT, you can buy it.
Yeah.
Or-
List the photograph.
Yeah, there you go. Put it on your
It's
list.
listed. You can't
Exactly.
destroy the photographs. List
It actually
Yeah.
makes no sense. Like, the fact is, that bit of the wall, you can't put anything on it because it's got nice pattern brickwork and it's
Yeah.
old. Okay, well, I can make some more of that. All right, but it's still old. All right, we'll make something now, and then later, in ages, it'll be old.
That'll be old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I can't get it to an extent, but there's
time
a
marches
line
on.
in there.
Being old doesn't matter because time's continuous. So
Yeah.
eventually, everything's old. Every second is old compared to the next one.
It
isn't it?
is, yeah. It's so
Not
deep.
just them.
Are you a philosopher?
Oh, that's so 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Someone list that phrase. You can't use it anymore.
Great
Yeah, I
beaver.
kind of get the listing thing to an extent. Like people, like you go around like the castle or the cathedral, and you're like, it's pretty sick. But equally, we could just knock it down and build something else.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't hurt, would it?
It
And then you could just say, you used to be a castle here. It's sick.
Yeah. Oh, it would, because it'd offend all the people who use the cathedral.
What? Apart from that Napoleon film, isn't it?
If someone came and just knocked down your house and went, "No, we'll just build something new," you'd be a bit pissed
Yeah.
off about it.
Yeah, well, I guess the people who own the cathedral, who owns it?
The church.
God.
Yeah. If someone just turned up,
It is a church.
if someone just turned up and knocked down your work and went, "I'll build something new," you can just build one in another place.
I mean, New York have done all right, haven't they?
Why was that?
Well, they had some really big buildings
Yeah,
there.
they
they
knocked
got rid
it
of
down
that.
real quick.
They found a loophole with that.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Were they
It's listed. What about?
I would say it was like too soon, but it's not,
Yeah.
is it?
So
Like,
what?
fuck 'em.
House prices plummeted, didn't they?
The house plummeted.
Yeah,
mate.
lots of other things plummeted
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, they went back up though, didn't they?
No.
No, they just
No, they
put some
did. Oh no, they didn't.
They've got lights now.
They went back up. But oh, sorry, it's toppled over. They just like propped it back
No,
up.
no,
It's not fucking Thanos, is it?
No, they just put them back up.
No.
Again,
no.
bricks exist.
No, instead.
Yeah, but they built a
Ground Zero.
memorial.
Make a ground one then.
But Ground Zero, they built a memorial there.
Yeah,
That's why it's called Ground Zero.
There's a big waterfall and some lights.
You can't
If you
touch the
need a
water.
building there, it could still be a memorial. Just think about them inside it.
Yeah, you could make use of it. Yeah.
It's just wasted space.
What would you do as a memorial for the submersible? What would you do? Like a buoy? Like the Ocean Gate
Build
thing?
another submarine. Just use a
Kill more of them!
use a legitimately licensed Xbox controller. None of this Logitech bullshit.
I did see somebody had edited that, and they'd extended the scene of Patrick, SpongeBob, and Squidward's house and made another house, but of the Ocean Gate submarine. So it's like a seascape of SpongeBob SquarePantsville.
Yeah.
Bikini
Bottom.
Yeah, Bikini Bottom. But one
You've
of the
been watching
houses was the Ocean
SpongeBob
Gate.
from Wish, mate. You know?
Yeah. SpongeBob SquarePantsville. SpongeBob round shirt.
Become the mayor.
Yeah, there you go.
Talking to that sub, kind of funny, like segue.
Go on.
I was in the Lego store, and I love Lego. And I really want the Titanic. I've been wanting it for years.
I'll get a fucking Lego.
So good, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go in just to look at it, just to imagine having the spare £600 to play with Lego, right? And my daughter just walks in. She's 10. I think. I hope. She walks in.
Just tell her,
Dad, you can buy it.
10 when you recorded it.
Yeah. Dad, you can buy it as long as they give you a free submarine, and just walked out. And the women at the counter were like, "Oh shit!" She really said that. One of them, "We've got a submarine there. We should do that as a deal." So I think I might have to go and buy the Titanic now.
There you go. Do it.
Wow. You could just literally, like, ironically, get the Titanic, and you could get the post-imploded submarine where it's just one Lego brick.
Yeah.
Because apparently it went to the size of a microwave, so you can just just have that one tiny little.
What has always confused me about the Titanic, and like with the Lego sets, look how it used to look, don't they? All like the models and stuff. They don't do one of what it looks like now. It's not actually accurate, is it? A set.
But we haven't seen it because the only people that have seen it
they don't exist anymore.
No, they did because they went on it before.
They do
looked
look
through a hole like that. Was I can see the edge of it.
They do, but KFC bought them and now they've turned them into a crush'em.
That
was good. They
are mulch
for many reasons. Yeah. There's so many levels of that joke, and my brain didn't get any of them. Yeah.
There is a set of it in half. You can buy. It's not Wish, is it? AliExpress.
Yeah, oh yes.
You can buy the Titanic on there, and it breaks in half. And there's also a little Lego or AliExpress Lego iceberg as well.
What's your favourite knockoff Lego? Mine's Mega Bricks 01. So you can get like a Millennium Falcon for like 30 quid.
Yours is the one you found that Mega Bricks 01. Yeah. That's legit like fraudulent Lego though, isn't it?
They just
that's
3D
like
print the blocks.
Lego.
I know, it's on the normal market.
Mega Blocks is like the shit Duplo, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but it's just called Mega Bricks 01. I don't think it's got anything to do with Duplo. It's just Lego, but cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I like. You go into like Aldi or whatever, and it doesn't do the sets of like legitimate things. It does like it'll be like spaceship, whatever. And it'll look a bit like the Millennium Falcon.
This is an egg-old spaceship.
Yeah.
But as long as it looks like it. Like, as long as it looks exactly the same.
Like
what you want.
It'll be like the 1,000-year eagle is what it'll be called. Where you found them is like, oh no, we have literally like... We are breaking copyright laws big time.
I don't care.
I really don't care.
I have a similar thing. So I used to / sometimes play a game called it's Car Cross Drift or something. Right? It's a really sick game. It's real good. You can modify all the cars. You can set up all like the camber, the caster, the fucking engine swaps, suspension heights, everything. But all of the cars are legit cars, but obviously they don't have any of the licensing for the brands, so they're all called like the Eagle F1. I'm like, that's a Subaru. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Like that is what it is. Yeah. But it's just because it's got a different name and it doesn't have the badge.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's fine. This is a land mine. No, it's Toyota.
Pro Evo Soccer used to do that because they didn't have the licensing because FIFA had it. So it's like the Manchester Reds versus the Manchester Blues.
Yeah.
There's like loopholes, isn't there?
Yeah. So it's exactly the same. It's like same but different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, same but
weirdly,
different.
in a weird like full circle thing with you being a wrestler and whatnot, I watched a thing about wrestling toys about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And there was loads of licensing issues with that. Of like when they first like started creating wrestling figures.
Yeah.
That there was like these companies that were full on just like robbing the names and changing the names slightly. We were like, oh, there you go. And there was one company that just had loads of surplus He-Men figures that they had printed and made, and they had them all remade into knockoff wrestlers.
Oh, really?
Just like put wigs and different like trousers on them.
You know what that reminds me of? It's like on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where all the Oompa Loompas are actually the same person. They just churned out loads of He-Men and were like, this is generic wrestler 1.
Yeah. Well, it's like that. Just because it's made me think of it. The Gorillaz soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like their most famous song is just made off of Rock Preset 1.
Oh, yes.
No,
That's it. It's just like, I got an old keyboard, press that. Dun, 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 dun. That's a song that.
Zane Lowe's gone to do a full, like, in-depth, like, interview about how, like, they've written all these classics and whatnot, and he's just like, I just press that. Done.
It's like, are you real? It's like, yeah, rock preset 1. That's what it is.
Click that and go.
That's it.
Yeah. And then there you go.
Yeah, we made millions of pounds out of that. But it's not the same.
No,
just a bit different.
No, yeah, that's it. You got to get around the licenses. So A46, is it going?
Yeah, that's a full circle, wasn't it? Ironically,
licensing issues to A46, is it going?
Ironically, that was full circle, which is something that the A46 isn't.
Yes.
It is, has loads of roundabouts.
It's just a C at the minute.
Got lots of circles.
Lots of circles.
Yeah.
I don't think get rid of it. I think just make it work.
Yeah. Do you reckon like traffic lighted? It just says slip roads, doesn't it?
Slip roads are the way.
It's
Needs
just what it
actual
needs.
like. If you want to fuck off, turn off there.
Yeah.
Stop fucking about.
There's the door. Piss off.
Yeah.
Like if you want to carry on, stay here. Because it does Maiden, like Lincolnshire show. Obviously, I don't do it anymore, which is quite good. Because obviously, I used to live at Welton, so I used to have to come all the way up the bypass to like Netlham roundabout and then go off to Welton. Does it? I'm assuming by the sounds of it, you obviously use it regularly.
Yep.
Lincolnshire show, does it do your fucking head in? Because they've got monkeys on there telling you where to go.
Everything about it does my head in. Whenever there's an event on, there's someone on a roundabout saying you can't turn that way.
Yeah. Or you can, but in a minute, when I say so.
Or you have to go all the way around it to turn that way. No, first exit.
Have you used the cheat codes before? Where
you go into the right?
I'm going on this. I'm turning right. Hey, I've gone all the way around.
I drive a BMW, so I definitely do that.
Yeah. He doesn't have indicators.
Optional extras then.
But yeah, no, like I used to do it all the time. So like you'd come home and like obviously the showground roundabout is on Rhizome roundabout.
Yeah.
The next one is Netlham roundabout. The next one along, they still had people on there saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, you can't go yet. You can't go yet. You got to wait. You got. Can these go? Can these go? Are these allowed to go? You can go now. 3 cars have gone. You got to stop now."
I mean, I don't want to sound like a bully.
That sounds like a job that's perfect for you.
I was actually going to say, when I had my one of 3 driving lessons, I got to a roundabout once. I was there for 15 minutes.
I bet you had people pissed off.
Yeah, but it was when
I bet he went round you.
It was when I was mad gymming and I was just gearing myself up to get out of the car because they were beeping, and then they'll go past. I'd just be like, just try to stare them out, but I'll get out of this car. I'm on my 3rd lesson. They should be proud that I'm here. Yeah, it took me ages. I was like, you can go now, and I was like, right, well, I've got to do clutch, gear. Well, I've got to know what lane I'm going in. And stuff. Yeah, and I was like, I can see a speck in the distance. I think that's a car, so I'm just gonna wait for a little bit.
Turns out he just had a sticker on the window screen. It was just a picture of a car. He's like, whoa!
Yeah, fly first off. And then, but I also didn't understand the lanes on roundabouts, so like I would go in.
No one in Lincoln does.
Yeah, whichever lane.
Or how a filter system works.
Oh,
No, I didn't get that either. Like, I also didn't get that. If you go if you're on the other side of the road, then a
That's
car.
that's the wrong one to be on.
No, you got to let a car go if the car's coming round your lane.
Yeah, so if
Give
you're-
way
if-
to oncoming traffic.
No,
not oncoming traffic.
If there's
Like-
a car parked at the side of the road, because the obstruction is on your side, you have to give way to them.
Oh, I didn't
So you
care.
learn
There was
things on our
there was a
show.
lot going on anyway, so I was just happy to be going generally forward. So there was a lot of times I needed to give way to a lot of people, but is too many things going on.
get an automatic.
Yeah.
I don't think that would help him. Okay. I don't think.
I want one of those.
It's safe for
What he needs
everyone.
is a bike.
No, it's safe for everyone if he never has his own transport.
I remember I saw you once, and you come and met me on your way home on a bike.
And it crashed, didn't it?
I remember as you rode
Into
off.
you.
I remember thinking, "Oh, is he gonna be all right?" It's just him on a bike. That was it. We were going like, "Whoa!" He might as well have been riding a fucking penny farthing. He was like, "Oh god!"
I know I was going in the right direction. It was only because he put me off because I didn't know it was
put
you.
me off.
Yeah, it was crashed.
Stop looking, Mum.
Yeah, but he didn't pay attention anyway. I was biking to work once down Tritton Road, and I was biking along, and I spotted you a mile off, and I was like, "Hey, Sharpie," and I was thinking, "He'll see me in a minute. He'll see me in a minute. He'll see me in a minute." And then he didn't realise until I was about to hit him in the face, and it was literally about here, and he was like, "Oh, you're right."
I don't usually think of anything. When I'm walking.
You did something similar to Jack, didn't you?
When?
Yes, was it yesterday when you stopped at my house in the morning, out the window with your boss?
Oh, my boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, that was a different situation though, wasn't it?
You was waving at him, weren't you?
I was waving at him,
trying
and
to get his
he didn't hear me. I just looked at him for a bit.
I just looked at him.
Yeah.
So he just stood in my living room, like
He's just waiting to cross the road.
Just staring.
Waiting to cross the road. Hopefully he'd turn around. I don't know why I would.
and if he did turn around, it'd just be you going, right?
Yeah, I thought that would be funny though.
Right.
It was one of these jokes that I never pulled off until I told someone.
Confession time. I did the same thing this morning.
What, to my boss?
What, to his
Not
boss?
to your boss. So I pulled up at the lights on the way to work, right? And often I'll go past, Brother Mark.
Yeah.
He's not a monk, he's just our brother.
He's a bit of a monkey.
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah. I pulled up next to him. But obviously he was already parked there at the lights waiting to turn right. And I pulled up next to him and I pulled up and I was late as well. So I was like, and I was like, I look left.
That's what you do when you're late.
And I look right and I was like, hey, it's Mark. And I was like, I did that thing where I was looking. I was waiting for him. So I was like... and I was thinking, oh, he ain't seen me. For a bit. The whole time, never saw me, just drove off.
And you didn't think, I'll just honk the horn.
Oh, no. You can't do that. I've done that before. Parked up next to someone we know, press the horn, they think it's the person behind them, they've gone on a red light. Yeah, that's a no-no.
No, see,
paying attention.
I was thinking more because there's other people around that was walking. They're all gonna if it was me, if I was walking and somebody did the horn, I'd be like, what?
No, I just wave. If I hear a car horn, I wave. Doesn't matter. I'll just in the direction of the sound.
Yeah.
I go, wait.
I might try that, Just drive down the road. You'd probably be better, especially in a BMW. Just drive down the road, and if you see a person, regardless of if you know them, probably especially if you don't, pip and wave. And just see if they wave back.
I do that. I do that quite a lot.
Even if it's somebody you don't know, because I bet they'll just be like,
My missus and kids hate it. I do if I go down the high street, I'll often do it, especially people waiting at the bus stops.
yeah.
It's even better if you time it right when they're waiting to drag the bus behind you, because you go like that and you're like beep beep, beep beep.
Oh my god, I didn't tell you.
And then they all go, bus, no, wrong bus.
Like the way back.
A little bit like that. You know when I was at Toasted the other day?
Yeah.
And then me and Connie went to go get to the bus stop, get the bus.
Yeah.
For some reason, the backstory to it, her boyfriend thought my name was Reese. Because I think ages ago, she said
you were Sharpie or something.
He looks a little bit like someone she knew called Reese, and I think that's stuck in his subconscious the other day. It was like, oh, your mate Reese, and he was like, who? He's like Sharpie. He's like, he's never been called Reese. He's like, he looks like a Reese, and I was like, that's fair enough. But what we did start doing was like looking at people and giving them names we think they look like, and then shouting them and seeing if they turn around.
See if you get it right.
Like, it's definitely Brenda. Brenda! Some people did turn around. It was like, it's something around that.
Oh, big
And
Nigel turns around. What?
That's Jake. That's Paula. It was quite a fun game actually. He's trying that.
Also, if you just kind of make a noise that sounds like it could be any name.
Yeah.
Like that.
All of it once. It turns out their name on their passport is.
Is it spelled right?
What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah, it's always been a nightmare at school because I was doing the register and they're like, oh, Chris, Jack, Frank.
Your concern is who Frank is.
We know anyone called Frank. Yeah, we also don't know anyone called.
We're very aware. I've never spoke to Frank.
I know a Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a prick.
Is he?
He's funny, but he's a prick.
Frank is a weird name, isn't it?
Yeah.
No? All names are weird when you sort of really dive into them. They're just noises that we respond to.
Yeah. He's called HAYDEN.
I feel like if your name's Frank, you're a little greasy.
Why?
You look greasy.
I don't know.
He does look quite greasy, the Frank that I know.
Yeah. What colour do you also associate with a name? It's green for Frank.
I do associate colours with names.
I usually associate things with
can't say I do.
The other week we discussed the personalities and like feelings of numbers.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sharpie's.
That was quite a good one. I got into that.
You did.
I
didn't
legit.
you?
I didn't think I'd get into it as much as I did, but I did.
Mad, isn't it?
You love a
I liked
sexy
it.
eight,
It was
don't you,
good.
mate?
Hey, is great.
Yeah.
It wasn't until recently that I'm going to sound really stupid here, but I thought there was capital and lowercase numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
In what sort of sense?
No, it makes sense.
So you've got four's the easiest one, right? So you've
Again,
got...
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Again,
the way
I can
it's
see
written,
the logic.
I don't know why it'd be like capital
words with
It's
a
the
line.
start.
Yeah.
It's at the start of a number, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it's 5,602, you got capital 5.
Like a lowercase 7 is just a line and a line, and then the
Yeah.
uppercase has got the little...
Oh, the little phone, like it's means business.
I
then.
do sevens like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do the.
Sevens
I
means
think
business.
I'll
I put the arms on it.
Yeah, I would relate which if it was a capital number, it'd be for something like, say it was £7, but it was £7 for a meal deal. Capital 7, it's fucking £7.
Means
If it was £7 to buy an elephant, then little 7 because it's a good deal.
Yeah.
I argue.
We should make this happen.
It's like,
This
it's
needs to
because
take
it's
off.
like angry.
Yeah, you got to put some capital behind it.
I think, arguably, I think the capital 7 should be on the elephant because if I'd be like, this elephant, mate, only £7.
Yeah, but then it looks more valuable, that 7, and I think no, it's only 7. It's only a little 7 there.
Yeah.
Just give me a little £7. Don't give me a fucking great big
fact for you.
£7.
Fun fact for you. Do you know why they did the whole 99 pence thing?
To make
Who
it
doesn't know
crazy.
that though?
Feel
Because it
cheaper,
seems
right?
cheaper.
Yeah, everyone knew that.
But
though.
they've since changed
stopped
that,
it.
which argued with their own point. So Asda changed loads of stuff. This is a genuine
Because
fact.
nine's
My
bigger
father-in-law
than
told me
one.
because he fucking loves Asda. Well, he absolutely detests Asda now, but he used to love Asda.
He's always
But he
outside
knows-
with a placard.
He knows everything about Asda, and he was saying so. Basically, they changed loads and loads of their prices to £1 because even though some of them were more expensive than they were previously, because everyone says, "Oh, I'll get that. It's only £1."
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you spent £40.
Yeah.
When in actual fact they were 99p, but people see one as less than 99, so they just buy it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And if something's a tenner, it's like it's only 1 and zero's nothing, so it's
Yeah.
only £1.
Yeah.
He gets the
They
two.
treat everybody as if it's you buying it, don't they? They go, what would Sharpie think if you saw this?
Yeah.
You could get a job like being like Asda price testers.
Asda
They just show
price.
you like like the blotting boards that they do for
Well,
like.
it'd be like, how much do you think this is
Like,
valuable?
what's that? Is
or
that a
no?
lot or not?
Yeah, a lot or not.
That's a new game show if ever there was one.
Yeah.
A lot or a not.
And you go, it's a not.
It's not. It's not much.
They go, sick. Yeah,
It's a
put that
lot
in the
much.
bargain.
It's a lot much.
I reckon we should do that as a future game, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll write that down, a lot or a not.
You
please.
write it down.
Give me a pen. You could do it. We could just show him pictures
Yeah,
of just something
Yeah.
and say, do you reckon that costs a lot or a not?
like a life raft.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot or a not?
How much do you reckon a life raft is?
Yeah, more to the point,
We can
how
get
much
into
you
that
class
in the game.
More to the point, how much you class as a lot,
Depends on what the product is.
and how little is
Yeah.
a not.
Like I said, £7 meal deal, loads of money. £7 elephant, little money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
All
Yeah, I'm with that.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the Rices from the Rice game, isn't it? We just made up. We just have to decide ourselves.
I
whether
didn't
it's a lot
make
or
them
a
up,
not.
they're on the back.
And then we go, there you go. Is that a lot or a not?
I'm going to do that on the next episode,
Mate,
but just
No,
throw, just
the
throw
rice and the rices are on the back.
yeah.
Didn't make it out.
See, I only listened to that episode, so now I'm seeing it in person.
Leave that with me. I'm gonna do that next episode. I'm gonna do a lot or a not.
Yeah, it's Sharpie's birthday week next week
Yeah,
as well.
we'll do that.
A46, gone.
What do you think? Improved? Like, because we've just discussed moths, and instead of getting rid of moths, we said, right, well, in Utopia, we'll do moths 2.0, so they'll just not be dickheads.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
So
yeah.
if we keep
So
the A46,
the road can not be a
but
dickhead.
make it better.
Yeah.
Make it work.
And also, the mode of transport in Utopia is, did we decide on the monorail?
Yes.
You can just hop on that and just be like...
It'll just take you wherever.
So it would just be a full monorail
yeah.
system.
Oh, so then you can go, right?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming you just have a monorail without indicators.
Yeah.
Everyone's just got to guess where you're going.
Yeah. And he's just got his own. I'm going this way. No track. I don't care.
A monorail's just like a really bussy bus, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Like if you look at a monorail, that's like public transport, but a bus is more like...
Monorail. It is. I get what you're saying.
Like
A
a car.
monorail is a bus without steering wheel.
It's
A bus with a set direction, isn't
It's
it?
a bussy bus.
That's a train. It's like, oh, it's a plane. It's like a bus with wings. Like, yeah, they're all like the same. Bus with wings. They're the same. Because we've figured out how the best way to pack people into travel is. Then we go, right, how are we doing it? Like a boat is a bus with a I don't know, a bum. What's at the bottom? What's with a bum? A bus,
Something buoyancy.
A bus with air. I don't know how that works. I didn't think about that one. But like, then you got a train.
Bus with
There's a bus on
a
tracks.
boat with, rather than a propeller, like, an arse.
This one's sexy bus.
Actual arse on the back of the Titanic.
Bus bummer.
Like, you know, when you see, like, there's that classic card, isn't there, of like
That's
a
why
really,
the Titanic shit itself.
of a really fat person diving into the water, and all you can see is the arse and the legs sticking out. I imagine that as the Titanic sinks, that's what you'd see.
Yeah.
Just again, oh no, arse first. Yeah.
Are you happy to send it, Charlotte? I guess you don't give a fuck, really.
Hey, A's a good letter. 46. I don't mind it.
What's
Are you doing it with a capital 46 or not, though? Do you capitalise the 4 and the 6, or just the 4?
I think when it makes me mad, you capitalise it,
Yeah.
It's like shouting it, isn't it? Like big letters.
But
Rather than little letters.
if you capitalise it, it's the A4 and 6.
Oh, I like that though. We'll upgrade it and it'll be the A4 and 6.
Yeah?
The A4 and the 6. Because you've got both ends, haven't you?
As in, like, the 4 end.
And then
the
goes
6
from
end.
4 to 6.
Well, yeah, you've got to enter at one end and exit another. Haven't you?
Not quite, but yeah. I
I think
can't
that's
think
adding too much depth to
It's
it.
one road, but if you've got 2 exits, is it 2?
On that note, should we take a break?
Yeah, right.
We're making the A4, we're making the A4 and 6.
A4 and 6. Yeah, boy. Yeah, let's have a little break and then we'll go over to the National Treasures Vault, shall we?
Sick, let's do that.
I will press this button. Which camera? Which camera?
Don't know, they're
Which
about
camera?
over it now.
There's so many
Hey, you got
cameras
all
now.
of them?
That one. Yeah. See you. Bye. Oh, double. Hello, Utopians. Sorry for stopping the show, but we're here to tell you how you can support us make even more content. Jack, how can they support the podcast?
Guess who's back with a brand new track? It's me! You can go to supportutopia.com, buy yourself a beautiful little t-shirt that Sharp is modelling here. And yeah, £25, free shipping, straight to your door, no messing about, easy breezy. There'll be some other merch on there soon as well.
Yeah. Sharpie, how else can they support the podcast?
You can become a citizen of our Utopia and join us every week in our wonderful, voluptuous world. You can either pay nothing, which is free, so do it anyway. Subscribe to us, because it helps. And then you'll get a free episode of our exclusive content each week. Or if you want to start feeling a little bit tasty, you can pay £3, £5 or £10 a month to get all the voluptuous content that we don't hold back with.
Extra goods, aren't
Extra goods.
Yeah.
You'll get the discount off the t-shirts and all the other t-shirts that we're going to be bringing out as well, all for you, so you can look fancy and sexy, as I know you do, but you can look sexier. I believe in you.
Yeah, you will get a free an included episode every week on the exclusive, and you'll get early access to our public episodes. What have we got on the exclusive so far? We've got the Pickle Kitty in, haven't we?
Yeah, that was one
Got
for
some
my
funky
birthday.
games,
That was fun.
lots
Yeah.
of Would You
Lots
Rathers.
of fun games, Would You Rathers. Some really good games actually in there that we played this week.
Yeah,
all good.
and it's very much more of a no holds barred sort of scenario. So we take it to the next level
Very
of Utopia.
After Hours-esque,
yeah,
isn't it?
you want it. You definitely want it. Like,
It's
you're
for
missing
you.
out by not having it.
Yeah.
Don't get FOMO. Come on, join
Yes.
us here for the price of a shit pint or a really good coffee.
Yeah.
You can join us.
You can help us build Utopia and join us in the pub after
Even if you pay
hours.
the biggest one, it's like a Starbucks.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, support the podcast and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
See you soon.
Utopia Project.
So here we are in the National Treasures Vault.
Yes.
And as always, when we have a guest on,
Always.
always,
As always.
I am a tired, stressed little bean.
Okay.
my mouth thing does not work very well.
You're definitely not little either.
The guest always brings in a National Treasure.
Yep.
What have you got for us?
Well, I was going to bring something else, but I couldn't find one in the toy shop. So,
Okay. And Summers or?
I was going to say the big man toy shop, or
yeah, I was going to promote my OnlyFans, but
You can
no.
do that anyway. Do that.
So it's British wrestling. I was going to bring a British Bulldog, but I couldn't
Okay.
find one.
Sweet.
So it's one of our programs from 2021. 'cause
Oh, wicked.
That's the best I've got.
Yeah.
I just think we've got.
Yeah, show it to that camera.
There we go.
there we go.
Look at that.
I don't know if there's any green on that. I didn't think.
No, it's all right. It's good. We're all good.
No one looks naked. Yeah. I just think that everyone knows the WWE and AEW and whatnot, and I think British wrestling is better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Why would you say it's better?
I think for the art of wrestling, we're better wrestlers. They're better performers.
I was going to say,
Like
is it more
showman.
that's made for TV, but
Yeah.
this is made for the sport of wrestling?
So British wrestling came off TV because someone at ITV saw it as lowbrow, but I think the WWE, or WWF as it was then, they had better steroids and more money. Essentially, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
They were better showmen. And if you look at what we do as a sport, the British have always been better, or the Europeans. If you look at the WWE now, you can see a lot of the British influence in there. The coaching team at NXT, which is their development, is predominantly British guys. They sign a lot of British talent every time they come over. So I just think more attention needs to come to local wrestling. This isn't me plugging our company, but I just think British wrestling is such
as a whole.
Yeah, it's such a talent pool, and it's got a lot of passionate people behind it, but it's just not seen in the right way, I think.
Yeah, I think like for me, like, I mean, I don't think I've ever been to a British. I mean, I've never been to an American one, but obviously when I was younger, I was well into wrestling. But I think kind of always kind of half saw it as, because it's here and it's not on the telly and it's not in America and all that, you're always like, oh well, it won't be as good. But everyone who I know that's been to like the British ones, they're like, oh, it's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You know
to
what I
be
mean?
fair, like Paul Rudderham.
Yeah.
He used to be
Rest in peace.
Yeah, like basically auntie in it and
Yeah,
uncle.
Uncle that's not our uncle, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the one that didn't touch us.
Yeah, yeah, one of the few. He was, but he was like big time back in the day. Like a lot of people knew him apparently.
Yeah.
In the wrestling scene, apparently he was genuinely quite good at it.
Yeah, I think it's when it was like. But
it's also because I think
there was like, especially like no showmanship. It was just like
it was just blokes in the
art of the
pants
sport.
wrestling.
Yeah.
But that was. That's a big thing, but I think as well, it's things from other countries are always more interesting than your own country.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Grass is greener kind of life in it, but that's why we've kind of loosely discussed before, haven't they, that they'll like probably never do like a GTA England again because it's just boring. Like there's no, obviously they had GTA London, didn't they? But like a GTA was obviously like always set in America because America's a much more interesting place, basically. But also I think, and by all means correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I don't know an awful lot about wrestling, but I think probably wrestling.
just bear with him while he drowns in his own lungs.
But I think as far as like wrestling companies go, you see quite a lot of, and obviously like you hear a lot of things talking about that kind of thing, but I think companies themselves are trying too much to be the next Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Whereas really they do best if all of them just work together to make one big push on it.
They tried that, and there's a lot of fragile ego in our play fighting world. People will get pissy with that. They did try it. It didn't work out too well. We, as a company, we work with a lot of other companies, whether it's supplying the ring or like talent exchanges and stuff like that.
Just helping each other out, innit?
Yeah,
like,
we're a big believer in that if the business is doing well, it's doing well for everybody. But again, sometimes you want to avoid certain places because of certain things, you know. So it's such a difficult
it's the same
thing.
as any business, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give each other a leg up, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But you've also got to be wary of people who are clearly just trying to be the next Vince McMahon and being like, oh well, he's going to use us for a leg up and then just take everything.
Well, I think we have that in like the podcast world a little bit. Like, I think it's one of those, like, everyone's like, oh, it's a community and people can share, like, who can guest on each other's shows and all that, but there's so many people that are still kind of bitterly like, oh well, you've got like 5 or 6 more listeners or whatever and you've had a few more likes on Instagram and you're just like, well, we can all just kind of work together if we're friends. Like, you do your thing, we do
all
our
push
thing.
our own passions.
Yeah.
All doing the same sort of thing. Yeah.
Like we do, like it's a bit of like, I guess it's kind of tit for tat with like Into the Pod and stuff like that. Isn't it? Like we mentioned them quite a few times, they mentioned us quite a few times. It's just helping each other out.
Yeah.
Like, I suppose there's a bit of kind of friendly rivalry there, isn't there? But not as such.
No.
Healthy competition's good though.
Because clearly we're loads better.
Yeah. Hi Into the Pod.
But no, do you know what I mean? It's obviously everyone's very good at what they do in each of their own aspects, especially with things like podcasts. Obviously, everyone's got their own kind of I guess it's
niche.
like niche, whereas like with wrestling, obviously it's kind of just wrestling, so to speak. But I mean, is there different kind of versions
You
of
can't
it?
just say that to the man. You go, it's just wrestling though, mate. What are you even here? What's the point? Why are you bothered?
I'm asking the question, as in like between companies, is there like different ways of doing it? Is there like different kind of
rules,
versions
like
of it?
associations?
There's still a few companies that really concentrate on the British style.
Yeah.
So going back, maybe the 80s, I think was when it started to change, late 80s, 90s, you had real Japanese wrestling, you had real American wrestling, you had real British wrestling, European wrestling. Everyone had a style. But now it's become kind of a hybrid. So your Mexicans are known as your lucha libres. They would do all the high flying, crazy stunt work. Really impressive stuff. And that's become kind of the norm, with the technical style of the British being the in-between stuff and the showmanship of the Americans and the hard-hitting way of like the Japanese. It's kind of all merged.
So
but I think
you get like the Mexican high flyers, the American showmans, and then the British just eat a kebab and beat up a girl. I'm wrestling.
I mean, that came out in 2020 with a few of them, but
Why is the luchadors, the Mexican wrestlers, why are they so like well known? Is it, were they the first ones to start wrestling, or
no, I think it's because when they started to get any sort of airtime, it was so different. So it really
I
stood
guess they're
out.
kind of playing into stereotypes a little bit with that,
Equally,
aren't
I
they? Like
think
kind of like
yeah.
pushing that, like an exaggerated version of like what you think that is.
If you see a wrestling mask, straight away you think Mexican wrestler.
Yeah.
And they have a lot that stands out about
I suppose
them.
was they as well like the first people to kind of get like, for lack of a better word, like real crazy with it. That's all that's going around in my head. But you know, because they do all like in my head, they're like was probably the first people to do all the like real like I'm actually gonna like smash a bottle over you and just take
over you?
Yeah,
To be honest, I think the Japanese were always the more hard-hitting, violent style. The Mexicans was high-flying
Like
and
the
high octane.
flamboyancy kind of like, not flamboyant, that's probably, but like really like
Extroverted.
diving off everything and flipping around and
I suppose the Japanese like a
playing mariachi,
like a crazy kind of game show-esque thing. They're like, no, rather than pretending to break a bone, just snap my arm.
yeah,
And then I'll just feel
because it
hospital.
is.
And that'd be great.
Yeah.
Makes for great telly because it's real. You ain't got to pose nothing. Just snap it.
Real
that's
genuine.
how Jackass came about, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, they started doing some of the wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
I like I've been appreciating that this show.
Yeah.
You've been introducing your questions.
I've got them in my head. My brain said.
Here's a question.
What would you say in the wrestling world makes a good wrestler?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's the ability to understand the audience, I think, is the main thing.
Feed off them.
Yeah, so
Whatever they're eating.
it then depends on your style. So if you're a comedy act, which I love doing the comedy act, it's understanding what they bite to and being able to keep dipping into it, but then at the same time when you need to switch it up and make something really serious, understanding what you're doing as funny to then turn that switch to make the audience go, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, so one of my favorite tricks is when you have a smart member of the audience and they think they know everything that's happening, and if something goes wrong they start chanting "you fucked up," right? And we're a live stunt show essentially, so accidents are going to happen, mistakes are going to happen, you know, it's
how you roll with the punches.
yeah,
Lack of a better
yeah,
phrase.
literally.
Yeah, the clever members will be like, that arm is legit broken.
The improv.
Yeah. So I kind of like to do a little something with them smart members of the audience whenever we've had that issue of, right, do something so it looks like it's fucked up, or I'm going to do something so it looks like it's fucked up, and then pummel me, or, you know, I'm going to give you a beating. And
we'll throw them off the thing.
Yeah, so now they think, this guy's fucked up.
They go, the trick hasn't worked. And then they pull it out their arse or something.
Exactly. That happens backstage, though. But yeah, like, bring them shots in a little stiffer and make that audience member think, oh, they've really fucked up and they hate each other. Yeah. You know, so it takes reading your audience as
to really get them immersed.
The biggest thing.
Yeah. I guess it's like stand-up acting, like improv, like there's and then obviously the physical side of it.
But
like,
then everybody now watches like UFC and boxing and all these martial arts are available all the time on every streaming network. So it's having a convincing style as well. If you want to make someone believe what you're doing, being able to portray that. So something as simple as a wrist lock. The Americans back in the 80s would just hold the wrist, and it's not painful, and they'd go round and round in circles. If you ever saw any of the stuff from back then, they'd literally just spin under this arm, and the audience would be like, oh god, yeah, he's hurting him. No, he's not. He's just got a loose grip round his wrist and walk in circles. And then when the British started going over there, they'd apply a real restraint hold, and it's showing the audience, like, most of our shows as a company, most of the shows I work for are family audiences. The kids are going to be entertained by the flashing lights, the loud music, the lycra, the baby oil, whatever else is going on, right?
And that's just Hayden on a Friday night.
Yeah. that's not even wrestling.
That's before he starts the show.
So my job, I kind of feel, is the dad who doesn't want to be there, or the mum who doesn't want to be there, put on a hold that they've probably experienced being kicked out of a nightclub, or being arrested, or they've seen on a cop show. You know, do something that they can believe in, because throwing someone from one rope to another, it's kind of the biggest bullshit thing we do, isn't it? You can't push someone 20 foot. So
I can't see the wrestling. All they're doing is stand there going, wee.
So make something that's real extra real. An example I use when I'm training the guys is I'm a bit of a twat to my wife. I should really put her in the National Treasures because she puts up with a lot of shit from me. So I used to open...
Honourable mention if you want, mate.
Yeah, she's got that now. She's had a moment. She had a moment with you guys as well when you mentioned the coffee thing, so she's had her airtime. When she was putting the dishes away, I'd open the cupboard above her head and watch her stand up and hit her head. Because it's just funny shit like that to me. So I say this to the guys, everyone's banged their head, so that the audience know what it feels like to get hit in the head. They know what it like to have their foot stamped on or stub their toe. So like there's lots of little tricks we can do when you know the audience's mentality.
I guess with that you kind of trying to, like you said, the mum that don't really want to go, or the dad that's kind of like, oh well, you know, it's all fake, whatever, to go away going, I was sick. Like that's the aim, isn't it, really? Isn't it?
Not to stereotype like the deadbeat dad, but a dad who's got his kid once a month, takes his kid to the wrestling because his kid really wants to go and he wants to be the best weekend dad he can be, but he doesn't want to be at the wrestling. But then he actually falls into the trap and into that fourth wall and like, shit, there's comedy, there's action, there's a bit of everything. I see it like a circus act. Not everyone just wants to see jugglers. So we've got a bit of everything.
I was going to say that. Is it like, no, not in any relation, but you know, like with like...
so I'm going to talk about something about
No, it is in relation.
Not in any relation, but do you like Battenberg also?
There should be a comma in there, but I failed that exam at uni. What I mean is not in any relation, but with the you know, when people go to clown school, they say there's 4 types of clowns, like a sad clown, there's goofy clown,
the rest of them.
and there's and the other 2. With wrestlers, is there like you fit into a category of like you're comedy wrestler, you're a serious wrestler, you're a high flying wrestler. Is there like a number of different styles, or do you just take aspects of different ones?
I would want to be the wrestler that earns the most money.
We all want to be that.
Can I be that one?
We're in the wrong business for that. There's something that each wrestler will take to better than other styles. I kind of think be good at a lot of things, or be half decent at a lot of things. Because if I turn up to a show and I can hear this is what's happening here, this is what's happening here, and it's all like everyone wants to be the tough guy, I don't care if I look like an asshole. Like, I don't care if I'm the joke.
Yeah.
So if I can do something funny, and especially as a villain, if I'm eating the shit end of the stick, so to speak, then you've changed up what everybody else is doing.
You can stand out without just being like the stereotypical heavyweight world champion.
Yeah.
And, you know, not be the Rock, John Cena.
Yeah.
Catches
guess
people
a lot of
off
people,
guard, doesn't it? Like-
I would say a lot of people kind of, especially youngsters, probably get into it like, I want to be the champion. But you can actually be a standout character and wrestler from doing so much other.
You can take influence from anywhere.
Yeah.
From absolutely anywhere. Everyone, a lot of people want to come in, not everyone, a lot of people want to come in and be the undefeatable gothy type
Kane
killer. Jason
Kane.
Morgan. Everyone wants to be Kane or the Undertaker. And there's so much more to it than that. We had a guy who came in years ago who wanted to be this militant guy who was up for hire, who would just kick the shit out of people, and he used a bit of his real life from the military and then made the story behind the character, and it was good, but it was a little bit generic. But then in the gym he was just the funniest guy, and he started doing funny stuff on the shows, and then he became one of the biggest acts that we had because he knew how to relate to the audience.
Build on that and make it work.
It's not even necessarily being a good wrestler, is it? It's being a good people person. You need to know, like you said, didn't it? You need to know how to read people and how to get people involved. You need to get people wanting to come back to your show, even if it's for a specific wrestler. Because you're like, at the end of the day, that's what pays your bills, isn't it? Like, it's getting people engrossed in it. Like, it's the same as what we're trying to do, really, is to try and, you want to hook people
keep subscribing.
in. Keep subscribing and keep, like, we want people to keep coming back. You don't want them to listen to one episode and go, it was all right. Like, you want them to be like, oh, that was sick, I want to go again. I mean, even if the first time they watch it, they just watch it as, let's see what this is like. But
we do have our annual charity show where I have said before, there's an invite if you guys want to throw yourself into a match.
It is on the cards. I will die, so it'll have to be the last thing we organise. But
it'll be the Utopia Project finale.
It will be. This is our last episode because Chunk fucking died.
It's all right, well produced now. It's just been me and shopping.
We're in the process at the minute of organising loads of like specials and this, that, and the other. So it's definitely on the cards, and that's what we want to do.
I mean, our charity show is our biggest show. It's like our WrestleMania, rather than like 100,000 people. We get like 400 or 500. But still, for us, that's
good,
great. You know,
I mean, we've got one person here. Hello, producer Tom.
Come with a steel chair.
What would your wrestling names be?
Any ideas? You're the wrestler.
We let them have creative control.
Right.
Well, what you're thinking about?
Think of it this way, right? If I told you had to be this person, you're not going to really give a shit about that character. If you come up with a character, it's yours. It's your baby to nurture.
I suppose it's similar.
For branding purposes and good promotional things for the business, I would just stay as Chunky T. And he could be Permanent Jarpy, and you'd be Jack
I feel like if you wore that, you give off real Mick Foley vibes. And you know what I mean? But you come in as like the Chunky T with like all your tattoos and your fucking.
It's a special move. It's like, just have a shit in the ring. To be fair, my bowels are that bad. I probably would.
It wouldn't be the first time this happened.
Look at that.
I don't know. I feel like if I was to do the Jack Magic thing, I'd have to wear a cape and be like
a top hat.
I'd be like smoking.
The Alfred wig.
You could have a top hat like a magician, and you could take it off and go, "What's that?" And then it opens up and it's a punch.
Oh my days! I mean, if that doesn't happen, we're stealing that.
A bit of wisdom.
Knuckle duster in it.
Pain.
Look, what's the hat? It's not a trick. It's a fucking punch.
Well, would you stick with Permanent Sharpie? You want to be El Sharpo, don't you? You want to go for the Mexican
El Permo Sharp, something like that. Or actually, like on No Man's Sky, I've got a big mech unit called Big Sharpie. And I like that. It would be something like
old
Luchador.
4.5 foot Chris Sharp turns up. I'm Big Sharpie.
El Big Permo Sharp.
What about Little Sharp?
No, Big Sharp.
Okay, Big Sharp.
Big Sharp. El Yeah, somewhat permanent Sharpie related.
So going all the way back. Yeah, my name.
Yeah.
Just get on that Google Translate and
I've
put it
already
in there.
got permanent tattooed across my stomach, haven't I? So I could fit that in there.
Yeah. You still have a little bit of like a Mexican wrestler vibe, couldn't you? You just want to wear the gimp mask, don't you?
El Permanent. No, it's a Superman mask, isn't it? They're great.
What about El Permente?
No,
That
that sounds like some sort of deodorant.
That sounds like a pasta dish.
All I can think of is pimento. What is it? Pimento olives or something?
What?
There's the pimento something. I can't remember what it is.
El
Is it
Basil and
olive?
Pesto Shark.
Just call you fruit salad. I'll tell you what, you be fruit salad, I'll be the Cornish pasty.
I'll be fruit salad. You be what's the other one?
I'll be fat and ugly.
No.
That's what I'll be.
Oh, it started about 10 years ago.
Yeah, I've been in training a lot of years.
yeah.
I can't remember the name
What
of
was
that
that?
sweet.
Where are you going? What am I going for?
What would you...
Just
pie.
I played Call of Duty
Used to
last
be called
night.
pork chop,
I had a
didn't you?
Yeah.
was
Some
your
people
nickname?
call it pork chop. Pork chop. I did really like. I see a video of one of yours the other day. It's I can't remember the guy's name. Someone is an adventure in Booton Park. He's like a hillbilly guy with
Cousin Lenny.
Yeah, he was quite good. I could go with down like the hillbilly vibe and just wear dungarees, no top.
Maybe they can apply for a job.
Yeah.
I mean, peeling back the curtain a little bit, that guy's ridiculously intelligent. He's a physiotherapist.
Wow.
Sometimes we wish we could say that about Sharpie.
I come up with
People go, we're stupid, isn't it? We're like, yeah.
I come up with El Permanent Shark, mate.
No, actually,
Get
to
it
be-
trademarked before someone steals
We need
it.
to invent in noise again from earlier.
To be fair, people say that about
Such
Sharpie.
classics.
To be fair, we say that about Sharpie, but he is a man who knows how to use a kettle.
Yeah, and you
And
sell
he's
soup.
also fully trained in knife and fork as well.
Yeah, sometimes spoon.
No, spoon more than the more edgy
the
ones.
hive.
Yeah. Spoon's a good man.
Okay.
So anyway, we're bringing in British wrestling, aren't we?
Oh well, are we? We need to vote on it.
Should we bring in British wrestling? What are you saying?
Yeah, I want to do it, man. I'll be a superhero.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
On the condition, we get to have a go at it.
Yeah, I think rather than going straight in for an event,
I'm going to be heavyweight
No,
champion
no,
of
I
the
want to
world.
go straight in.
you want to go straight in for a 500-person event.
Fuck yeah. I'll get a mask.
can wear your shade.
I'd like at least just to try it first.
I mean, our ring is set up in our gym all the time, so
Can we
you're
do
more than
that?
welcome
Can we just
to...
not do any training? Just go straight into the event with absolutely no prep at all.
No
The risk
idea
of
what's going on.
dying goes up like 100-fold.
But just us three will do
That's
it.
better. That's good. That's good. I'll go third, and then these two
No.
can go. These two can go first.
Just us three will do it, but I'll go fourth.
You know what I want? One of my favourite films, Nacho Libre. If you've ever seen that.
yeah.
He has the red cape. He has the luchador mask. And he does it for the little niños.
Niños.
You're going to create like a backstory in your head, aren't you?
Nacho!
A full backstory of like where you've come from.
Yeah, Lincoln.
Yeah.
You need the backstory, man.
If I
You
don't
need
make it up and it's just real, then it looks
he's gonna be
genuine.
stood there like waiting to come on, waiting for the music to play, and like in his head will be a montage of the character that he's had,
Of his
and, like,
full Rocky
from when he
montage.
was born, all the way through his troubling childhood. Various women that just can't make it work, and
I've
it's like,
trained since I was a little niño.
yeah,
I do it for the orphans.
the cartel
Yorkshire?
coming and making a fucking.
I've trained since I was little Nino.
That is a lot
All
of...
the orphans back in
Rihanna's
Mexico.
back again.
A lot of the Mexican British guys literally have Yorkshire accents.
I'll do it for all little ones over yonder.
My movie is going to be called The Permanent.
The permanent. What's that?
What, because they're
You just
permanently
leave.
dead?
You just leave.
It fucking don't leave, mate. It don't leave. It keeps coming.
You just keep going up to me. I got a question. I got a question.
Yeah, I'm going to win out of just annoying them.
I've got a question, and this question is coming.
Question. The back of the head.
Yeah.
Packet sucker punching. Yeah.
And they're like, let's wear the mask so they can't figure out who I am.
Yeah, it's when they're like, right, so obviously this is the rough plan, this is how you do it all. You just tell them, you're like, shing, and just fucking shanking everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, I win, they're all dead.
Thing is, if they stick to their plan and I avoid that plan, they ain't going to see it coming.
Yeah.
That is a worry as
I mean,
well.
the type of match where there's 30 people in, there's not much plan.
Oh, God, it's going to be
No,
sick.
don't stab her.
No, not going to stab no
It's gonna
one.
be sick. I'll bring my machete then.
My weapon could be the telescopic fork. For the niños!
Do that as you enter.
Everybody's dining tonight.
He got me for my birthday ages ago, got me a fork that was telescopic so you could extend it so you could seal chips off people.
I need
The
me
two
one of
things
those.
I bought Sharpie is a telescopic fork and a Spartan helmet.
And that's what you rode into battle, mate, wasn't it?
I mean, there's the character right there.
Yeah, a Spartan helmet and a telescopic fork.
It's
For the Niños!
it's a well heavy helmet, but it also comes with that little like hat underneath it.
A little hedge on
Just
it.
wear that.
Fucking
Just
woolen-
to stop you, because if you put the helmet
like
on
a
without
woolen-
it, it hurts because of the heaviness. So it's like this little woolen, like
woolen
Jewish
condom, isn't it?
With the helmet, you look like a badass Spartan. Without the helmet, you look like what's them people off of they wear all the red capes and shit. And they're it's a
Yeah.
Netflix TV
Superman?
thing. No, it's a Netflix TV thing. A Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
You look like someone out of that.
Be great.
So are you happy bringing it in?
Yeah, what we're bringing in?
Wrestling.
Yeah. Get it in.
Yeah.
Get it in.
Just responding to your emails, mate.
No, there's a photo of when I made my own luchador mask when I was in college. I want to find it. Made out of paper and string.
Producer Tal, you want to bring it in?
Yeah, can I just add something now? I think your character should be called Chippy T.
Chippy T, yes.
Oh yes.
And you should come out to...
With bags of chips.
Yeah, well, yeah. But you should come out to the John Cena theme tune played really badly on a recorder.
Anybody want
Chippy
Chippy T?
We can make it happen.
Yeah.
Anyone order a battering?
I'm incredibly excited for this.
There you go.
It can't not happen now, right? This is on camera. It's all contracted.
Yeah, you're finishing move. Time to get deep fried.
Rey Mysterio had the 619, you've got the E12.
Right, yeah, I'm happy to bring it in. Do you want to welcome it in, Jack?
I lost what we're doing.
I'll press the button. You just
You
say
press it.
welcome.
So welcome in British wrestling.
It is
You
playing.
need to fade the sound
music.
back down, but you don't have your thing no more, do you?
No, that bit of equipment I said I don't need anymore.
Yeah. Should do.
Do it again. There we go. Welcome to Utopia British Wrestling.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah, there. Yes, British wrestling. Sick.
Awesome. Should we move over to the Thunderdome?
Let's do it.
Let's bloody well go. I'm hoping it's the right button. I need to sort all this shit out.
Utopia Project.
Didn't print this off at work.
You didn't print it off at work. Okay.
printed it off using my
right,
own
so we're
printer.
doing, obviously in honour of yourself, Best Wrestler.
Yes.
We just brought in British Wrestling because it's loads better.
And now we're going to
you
both
two
bring American wrestlers.
Yeah! Sharpie's just still... He texting your mum again?
No, I'm trying to find this, but it was a really good job I made of it. I made it when I should have been doing
Show
work.
everybody that one. Go
What
back.
one?
That one when you was a fat little baby. That one. Show me that one. We'll superimpose it here.
Wow.
That was fucking good looking, wasn't
It looks like...
When did you change ethnicity?
it? I just want to change ethnicity. That's because the paper's yellow.
It looks like...
Have you subscribed to a different ethnicity now? Because that was different.
That was in the paper, mate.
Yeah.
Young Chinese boys, young Chinese Chris's flock to me like rats.
That geezer's fucking mad.
That looks like something you've made on AI. Show me a picture. Make a picture of me when I was a baby.
My baby face.
You look like the puffed guy, but off Wish.
Right, so we're doing Best Wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
Should we say guest pick again?
Who do you want to
Who
go
would you like
first?
to go first? Obviously me or Sharpie.
We'll go left to right from my left.
Yeah, so Sharpie first.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
ready?
sick. Okay.
You get...
A time.
Yeah, you get some time starting now.
Oh, Permo. Here we go. Right, this wrestler, I'm going to be all elusive here. This wrestler wrestled men. The wrestler was the best wrestler. Another name he previously went by was El Nino. His career started in 1989 and ended in 2015. He was good in between those years. He had a wrestling move of kicking someone that was called different numbers. You guess what it is yet? He had a genuine wrestling mask that made him look real. He made wrestling look that real. He went to jail for manslaughter.
It's Raoul.
It's Raoul,
I'm on the clock. He's no.
Restart. There you go.
He is no longer in jail because he didn't mean it.
Oh no,
He still talks about other wrestling that happens because he loves wrestling. This wrestler was known for never taking his mask off until he didn't wear it. This wrestler teabagged someone so hard it broke their nose. Sort of a true story. The wrestler had 1,333 matches, which is loads. This wrestler was the best wrestler. It is no mystery. It is Rey Mysterio.
Wow, 619.
Rey Mysterio.
619, man.
Yeah,
El
he used
Niño.
to swing out the fucking ropes and then
And
kick
then come
him in the
back
head.
in. That looked well fun, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how he managed to kill someone, but
I
he
don't
did.
know how I'm going to be able to do this wrestling because I'm sweating sat here.
Yeah. I still can't
Just
get
having a towel down here for like fucking.
I still can't get over he made a wrestler look that real. He went to jail for manslaughter.
You're arrested. You've heard
He made it look that real. He convinced a jury. Commit to the craft.
I thought this was to sign waivers or something. Like I'm sure you've got to sign
If
something
you die,
to say.
never mind.
Well, not never mind, but I'm sure, like, because it's like contact stuff. Don't you have to sign something to say if you do die,
It's your fault.
you've participated in the?
It's not worth the paper it's written on. I mean, we have disclaimer forms, but
That's the
not
one.
many places that I work for have ever given me anything to sign.
Really? Oh, that's mad.
I suppose it's just a.
Yeah, but he's black market wrestling. That's why.
You think WWE?
If anyone
maybe-
dies-
WWE's all
dies-
contracts and it's all, yeah.
They just put them in the biffa bin outside if they're dead. It's like,
Yeah, someone find him.
Or you get served up in the kebab shop round
Yeah,
the corner
that's
from
it,
the
yeah.
Arbory, yeah.
Yeah, either or. Yeah, but I don't know how long he went to jail for.
The
but
way he said that sounds
He
like
went to
he's
jail for
got.
manslaughter.
No, I don't know how long he did because he's out now and he's a commentator on WWE. So
He's not allowed to do it
he said he
anymore.
didn't mean it, and they were alright with
Is
that.
that is he Ray not very mysterious now?
Yeah, apparently he doesn't have his mask on anymore.
Is he just Ray?
Yeah, he does. He's still
Does he?
wrestling, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
he
his
said
son-
his career finished in 2015.
No, his son's
Google's
wrestling
shit.
as well.
Okay. The way Hayden said that about the kebab shop sounds like he's got something set up so any wrestlers that die he just sells them
He's
to
like,
the kebab
he's
shop.
like the Sweeney Todd of like wrestlers.
Wow.
Thoughts on Rey Mysterio?
Phenomenal.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good. Yeah. Through his however many years career, it's insanely long. He's always, once he got to TV, he's always been someone that everyone looks up to, and he's managed to stay relevant. He's managed to evolve, and that's one of the key things for having such a long career, being able to evolve. So,
Oh, sick.
Man, side note as well. Apparently he's only 5'6". Very
Yeah.
small man. Yeah.
and
El
that,
Niño.
the 619 is really difficult for me to do. Like everyone else seems to be able to do it except for me.
What is that
you go out
specifically?
you go out of the ring, don't you?
Oh, is
And
that
then
where you flip?
swing back in?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
You swing out.
It
like that
looks
sideways
really
like that.
fun. Like it looks great.
Looks hard.
I bet
Yeah.
it's fuck it. I bet it's difficult.
I bet you get a proper head spin on
I
that.
think it's difficult, but everyone seems to be able to do it. So,
So that's quite a staple move then. Like everyone knows it. And
Yeah.
Mad.
Right,
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah.
That he is up against. Time starts now.
I've just finished my yawn. They are an American pro wrestling tag team. They wrestled in ECW and WWF commencing in 1999. They are the only tag team to hold the, bear with me on the letters, WWF, WWE, ECW, WCW, NWA, TNA, IWGP tag team championships, as well as win as well as win the All Japan Pro Wrestling's World's Strongest Tag Determination League. That's a lot of words.
They won a lot of belts.
Yeah. They were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2018. They were originally villains known for their penchant for driving women through tables. However, they became fan favourites in mid-2000 when they with TNA and Degeneration X. Taking inspiration from early 2000s version of Me, they had key styling elements of urban camo, although they controversially lacked in the region of Mad Sick Flame clothes. Their signature move was the Dudley Death Drop. I'm bringing the unbelievably cool Team 3D, aka Bubba Ray and Devon, aka the Dudley Boys, spelt with a Z for extra badassness.
Well, the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, I think they were that cool. They drew their S's.
You're still on your phone. Get off your phone. He's like the man.
All the time. Fuck me.
And I've seen
so
worse on the circuit.
Wow.
I made that.
Why haven't you got that hair anymore?
I'm throwing it back. I told you, get it back.
It looks like my Auntie Elaine's hair.
Yeah, but it's got carrots in it and made well for the wrestling.
I'll tell you what it looks
It's
like.
not flying down the ring.
I'll tell you what it looks like. Pre-white Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
What, red and blue?
When I had you to myself.
Go happy I was.
Well, you're pretty sad, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but I was in character.
Oh, sorry, that's a mask, isn't it? I thought that was just your face.
Like, I tried to make it more aggressive by drawing it like.
Anyway, Dudley Boys.
I think the Dudley Boys were that cool. They even drew their S's, with the 6 lines and the spiky bit. I think they drew S's like that.
Yeah.
But
They did. Yeah. I know.
Come out of the UK. That, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they were amazing. I loved the urban camo.
It's inspired your life, really.
Exactly.
Like, not just your look.
Bubba Ray and Devon.
Yeah.
Fucking used to love them.
I've got a feeling they weren't brothers.
I'm not sure,
There's something that stood
No,
out.
they were legit. The wrestling was real. They were brothers.
There was lots of the brothers as well.
Yeah.
Originally,
there was,
loads of them.
Spike, I think, as well. And there was even a sister I read on earlier.
Yeah. Sister Dudley.
Stacey?
Not a nun.
Stacey Keebler.
Stacey, yeah, sure. You put him on now, dude.
Do you think?
Yeah. You should get a job in wrestling. You'd be really good. You know a lot about it. But yeah, they won lots of letters as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearly a full alphabet.
Yeah, they own them all.
Yeah,
They're on the list.
They've listed them letters.
Yeah. Just a lot of W's. I don't know what the W stands for though. Maybe women's.
Out of the two, I'm a Dudley Boys fan.
That's what WWF stands for, isn't it? Women's Wakeboarding Federation.
Yeah, that's it.
Wakeboarding.
Every year in Cornwall, they get together.
Wakeboarding.
Yeah.
It's a weightboarding.
Yeah, you get on it, you just sink.
I never heard of that before.
Because they've won, according to this, they've won the Women's Wakeboarding Federation, the Women's Wobble Everything.
You've committed to this now, mate.
Yeah, well.
It best be funny and worthwhile.
Every Child's a Woman.
Welcome to 2023.
Women
Crush Wednesday, innit?
Women Crush Wednesday. No Women with Attitude. And
TNA.
And TNA.
Tits and ass.
Yeah, they won the Tits and Ass and the International Women's Gay Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I do love how much you was really a big fan of them, weren't you?
I loved them.
You bought lots of camo
mainly because of the urban camo.
Yeah.
I love urban camo.
Were they in the same era, Rey Mysterio and these Dudley Boys?
Maybe just after Dudley's,
Yeah.
were they? Or
They
a crossover
definitely
period?
were in WWE together.
Do you know how to fight together?
Probably. It was the same sort of era.
Did Rey Mysterio have like a team as well?
But he was
No,
part,
it was just Rey
wasn't he part of
Mysterio. It's just El Nino.
He had a team in WCW, and I'm pretty sure he did do some tag stuff in WWE, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Producer Tal might have some facts here. He's googled something.
I found that Rey Mysterio and Rob Van Dam versus Dudley Boys.
There you go.
There you go.
Who won?
Is that RVD? Is that him? Yeah,
that's
yeah.
him.
It's all like flooding back now.
Yeah.
I got told off for sitting in his chair once.
Did you?
Yeah, in a coffee shop in Amsterdam.
You say it's not yours. We're in a coffee shop, mate. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
I'm high. I'm not getting down.
Do you know? Have you ever met any of the WWE people? Who have you met?
One of the guys who's there now, I had one of his last matches with him before he went over. He's goes under the name Ridge Holland. Drew McIntyre. He was supposed to come and work in Lincoln for us, and then he phoned my wife and said, "I'm really sorry, but I've been re-signed and I can't commit to the dates."
Has anybody gone? I'm really sorry, WWE, but I'm staying here. Sorry. No.
WWE, if you get a contract for that, is that like getting signed to a record label? Is that, or is it a completely different thing to go into? But like a little bit like if you're going to go to, you're a stand-up comedian, you're either going to do the Apollo and do all the big shows, or you're going to work the circuit.
It was the only show in town, so to speak. Yeah. But now you can work independently and earn a fairly good living. You can work for AEW, which is big money Tony Khan.
Okay.
You know, he's paying crazy money to people. They've got TV. The NWA, I think, is a really good product, and that's on YouTube. Japan, there's a couple of guys who I know have gone out to Japan and they're earning good money out there.
So like WWE isn't the be all and end all of wrestling.
It used to be way back when, like when it first became. Again, that little documentary about the toys and stuff talked about it because Vince McMahon like bought out. What was the rival one at the time?
WCW and ECW.
Yeah, he was like, they're doing all right. I'm buying them.
Yeah.
He was just like took the monopoly of it.
My favourite thing is just that the meme of Vince McMahon when it like goes through the stages of him going
Vince told me his wife was called Vince McWoman.
That's how it works. Yeah,
He's just doing with longer hair.
his son's called Vince McSon.
His daughter's called Brenda.
I remember the big thing at the time when we was kids, wasn't it? Because it wasn't Shane McMahon because he chokeslammed someone off of
I remember. I still remember that
off the
vividly.
video wall.
No, he jumped onto Big Show. Shane McMahon.
off
He
of
bumped
the
off
thing.
jumped off the Titantron.
Yeah.
On was it Backlash? I think I remember because I had that recorded on VHS off the telly. I had to get over from school. I was like, I'm going to watch it. And yeah.
Because you had to record it at night because the one in the day didn't show you the actual impact.
Well, it was on
anything.
Sky at the time. We didn't have Sky, so our neighbour had to record it for me.
Yeah.
And then I picked the video.
But whenever we used to watch it
They
on
touched
Sky,
me and then I
because
got
it
to
was
watch it.
it was always like 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But because it was 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, all of the you just see him go, oh, it's on the floor.
Yeah. You just hear the fucking
Oh,
steel
so you
chairs
wouldn't
and
show
shit.
the thing?
No.
Do the actual contact. No.
I used to cut it out in the morning. It's like
Surely
for
that's
kids.
quite blocky because wrestling involves a lot of contact.
See, the sound continued.
Yeah.
And, like, it was more like the actual sort of
You'd
like
see the
throwing
moves
around
and stuff like that.
the sort of like not full like punching. I guess was the only thing that was kind of.
Here's a question: was WWE?
Here is another question.
I know you say with your Wrestling Federation stuff, it is contact. It's not like what's the word for it? It's not fake. But and you learn how to take those punches and that. On WWE, was it? Because I see a lot of when they stamp the floor to make it sound like the.
It's all the same. It's just
they are
different ways of doing it.
Oh, okay.
So my theory, personally, is
Sorry to interrupt. Producer Tal's just watching wrestling. Do your job.
No, he is. He's trying to find out who won the match by watching the match. I just looked over and he's just watching wrestling.
I couldn't find, like, I googled it and it was just like, oh, nobody knows. So I was like, oh, I'll just watch it. And I skip to the end.
It's a Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio wins. Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, you were saying.
what was I saying?
About the different ways.
So everyone's got a smartphone. You can slow it down. You can freeze frame it, and if there's no contact, then it's hokey. So I like to make contact. I like to get hit. I like to make contact with people. I try to work with the person who I'm working with, their style. So if they're very light, then I'll work as light as I can with them. If they work what we call snug, then I'll work snug with them. There is a lot of foot stomping. There's a lot of my pet peeve in wrestling is thigh slapping. So when they do, Shawn Michaels had the super kick and everybody lost to the super kick, right? And you'd hear the crack of the foot on the jaw and everyone started doing this. Now the kick coming up should be big and impressive, right?
Yeah.
But now what you see is the kick coming up and it's kind of small and their hand comes from up here and slaps their leg.
Yeah.
And that's more obvious than the kick. So I'm not a fan of that. Some people don't like to be hit, some people do. It's different styles.
So he just hits them all.
Yeah. Oh, Matt, I'm so excited to do this wrestling.
You're going to get beat up.
I'm going to be slippery, man.
I personally vote that we tell him we're going to do wrestling and we all just beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, instead,
film it.
Instead,
you can beat him up for the afternoon.
You can try El Nino. He'll come around and get you.
El Chapo.
Yeah.
Can we make a thing where we make a massive deal out of it? And we're like, oh, these guys are coming to the show. It's going to be a hell of a show. And then instead we just go in the ring and then just all three of us do a game of, you know, that one where everyone wears one sock and you've got to try and get it off the other person.
No.
We've gone to do wrestling.
Yeah, it's wrestling, but you just got to try and get a sock off them.
Mike
You're not
has to
seeing
wear
that?
one sock.
People are doing the game at the minute where basically all of you wear, it's obviously a couples thing, but you wear one sock and the aim of the game is to get the other person's sock off.
Right, okay.
And obvioly defend.
You end up fucking.
Yeah, no. Because I tried it with Dad loads of times and he just kept beating me instead. And then he took my sock off. Yeah, I suppose we're quite a good game.
Just done. Like a PSD. PSD. That's a Photoshop document. You had a PTSD flashback as well.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Dudley Boys?
Iconic.
Yeah.
Tag teams that stand out to me, the first two that always come to mind is Team 3D or Dudley Boys and Legion of Doom. They're always the first two if people mention American. Animal and Hawk, they came out with the big shoulder pads, the big spikes, motorbikes.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I was
they're like big choppers, weren't they?
Yeah.
It was Hardy Boys and Too Cool for me.
Hardy Boys.
Too Cool came and wrestled on one of our shows. When you say about meeting the Americans, they were on one of our shows.
Oh, sick.
Too
That's
Cool,
cool.
like
That's on
Scottish
our YouTube.
Scotty, Grandmaster Sexay and Rikishi was like
Yeah, so
honorary
Rikishi
member
wasn't
sort of thing.
with them and they came over, but that show's on our YouTube and it's free to watch.
Oh, sick.
Watch that.
We'll put a link
awesome.
in the description
Yeah.
for that.
Who would you say is your number one top
Oh, it's so difficult.
icon?
So difficult because
What about when you was growing up? Who was like, I want to be them?
when I first saw American wrestling, it was all like really colourful characters. Ultimate Warrior, face paint, like Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Like they were massive guys with colourful characters. That's kind of what I liked as a kid. Before that, the first wrestling I saw was on my grandparents' black and white TV. I'm not that old, but it was on black and white TV.
They were that old. That's right, yeah.
It's one of the ones where you had to change the channel by like.
Hayden wasn't in black and white when this happened. It was in full colour.
But yeah, I first saw British wrestling and I saw Marty Jones, Chick Cullen, quite a few of the people like Big Daddy that people still speak about today. And I really fell into that. I loved that. But then it kind of, as a kid, it just disappeared. Where did it go? And then the WWF came about as a kid and I saw the sticker books and the Sky TV and...
I think that I love them, I hate them. I think the WWF is the kind of thing that sort of made wrestling like hit the big time, really, didn't it? Like, and then it's kind of.
I mean, it was big time here with
level.
World of Sport, but it was nowhere near what it is
That's
with
like
WWE.
the big international thing.
That's generally an American thing with all sports, though, isn't it? Like you look at even like NFL,
they got
basketball, everything's a show. It's not. It's not just the
It's
sport.
not about sport.
It's like it's as much as like.
Yeah.
You know, they've got fucking cheerleaders that come on and do shit halfway through.
Yeah,
just everything's a big spectacle.
People watch the
Yeah.
NFL now, like they haven't got a clue what's going on for NFL, but they just want to see what's on the halftime show.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Just man.
Like myself included.
Right,
Like,
should we find a...
I'm not bothered about the result of the NFL like Super Bowl. I'm like,
Quick
oh, did they bring
side
out
note.
the halftime show?
Quick side note, who's that guy that I knew at Fit for Less? You probably know him. He does wrestling in Lincoln and he's ginger beard and he's got long ginger hair. What was his name?
Yeah,
you know,
it might be Dutch's Nemesis.
I don't know his name.
He was a short bloke, wasn't he? He had
Yeah.
long ginger hair. Brett, that's it. Yeah, Brett. I didn't know how to go from
Enemies.
Yeah, Brett Myers, we trained him.
that. Yeah,
Ah.
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
I didn't have anything follow up from that.
Yeah, on my Instagram, you see when he first joined us to when we gave him his nutrition advice, he started training properly, and he went from a tubby little innocent-looking boy to quite a hench-looking man.
Yeah, he's out at the minute, isn't he? I saw a post come up saying
He's got some injury. Yeah, I don't know what it is. He's one of the managers, I believe, at Yarborough. So when we're putting our shows on there, we see him and trying to twist his arm into coming back when he's injury-free. So
yeah, he's a nice lad. Is he put on a show? What sort of wrestling styles he got?
he's very adaptable.
Yeah.
He can do funny, he can do serious, he can do everything in between. Yeah.
Do you find, how does it work if one wrestler's got a really serious sort of character and the other one's complete opposite, full comedy? Does that work?
Is it more pairing them up with similar kind of
for
thing?
different kinds of matches, or is it?
Most of the time, if you've got someone really straight and then you've got the comedy guy, it works really well. But then you've got some people who really don't like the comedy, and it might cause a little bit of friction backstage, especially if the comedy guy has done something that wasn't agreed upon.
You're taking the piss out of me now, rather than
Because they would take it serious.
To me, the first word in our job is professional. Act professional.
Yeah.
If you're there to do a job, do the fucking job.
It's creative as well, innit? Like, so if you've got one guy that's all sort of silly and doing the comedy, and one guy's serious, and that makes something that is kind of unique, then surely that go with the creativity of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, one of the last matches I had was with Cousin Lenny, who you saw the video of.
Yeah.
And we're both good guys. And we had a sword fight with Flumps. And he pulled his pockets out, held the flump here, and showed the audience his Ellie flump.
Yeah.
You know, and I've done the matches with like the barbed wire and the drawing pins and tables, chairs, and ladders, and you name it.
Yeah.
And steel cages, and we're playing with Ellie flumps.
It's quite a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I suppose at least if you get like kind of what Sharpie was saying, I suppose it's difficult getting them people to work with each other. But as a show, if you get two people that are trying to be comedians wrestling, it's probably difficult for them to highlight themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get a serious one and a comedic one, they both kind of play off of each other. Yeah, because it makes the funny one look funnier and it makes the serious one look more serious.
Yeah.
Because he's not dealing with the funny guy's bullshit and the funny guy's not dealing with the serious guy's seriousness.
Yeah.
He's just like, nah, fucking cheer up. But
I would like to make a statement that I think when we do this wrestling, it's probably going to be the most fun I've ever had in my life. Making this character.
Why don't you just join full time?
I'll do this first and we'll see.
you really quit to be a window cleaner. Just quit and just be a wrestler.
I can do anything I want. I can do anything I want.
Yeah.
El Diabito, you can be.
Yeah. I could be the diabetic that knows no bounds and just be eating loads of sweets.
You can be diabetic.
Yeah. I'm alive a BT.
Two of our roster are diabetic as well.
Yeah. You can get wrestling, then halfway through go, hang on, insulin.
I've got Nova Rapid insulin. I can get the Nova Rapid.
You be big chugs.
Big chugs,
Right, yeah, so let's decide the winner. Thoughts?
Obviously
one gets shot in the fucking head and killed, and the other can come in and have a drink.
Well, it's 2 against 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
And for the longest time, the Dudleys were the bad guys.
Yeah.
And the good guy always wins. So as much as I want to say the 2 are going to win...
Yeah.
I would like to point out Rey Mysterio is a bad guy. He went to prison.
Yeah, he did actually kill someone.
The real Ray, the Ray not very mysterious.
Yeah.
Went to prison.
Raymond. Mr. Raymond Nino. You've been sentenced for manslaughter.
Mr. Ray DUI.
Yeah.
Well,
you weren't driving under drugs, mate.
Yeah, same shit.
It's not.
Sorry, Ray misdemeanor.
If it's going to Utopia... it has to be Ray because everyone loved Ray.
Yeah. Breaking his heart, but
everybody does love Ray. It was a TV show and everything.
Everybody loves Raymond. Yeah.
Does everybody hates Chris?
Hey, Deborah.
Personally, to watch, I preferred the Dudley Boys, but I think in wrestling terms, The good guy normally always wins in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go then.
Okay.
Yes!
So, let's shoot the Dudley Boys in the head. We need 2 shotguns for that. Devon. Thos, mate. Bubba Ray. Thos, mate.
Also, to be fair, Bubba Ray did go on to become Bully Ray. He
did.
Nobody likes a bully.
No. Shame on them.
Bullies, very naughty boys.
Yeah.
Right, you do the horn and I'll do the stopping of the music.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to Utopia. What was it? Raymond?
Raymond. Mr. Raymond El Nino.
Ray Misdemeanor.
Yeah. That takes us to the end of the show. Let's go to that one. Oh, it's working. It's working, producer Tal.
Yeah.
Have you had fun?
It's been great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. I've had fun as
Marvellous.
well.
I had a great time. I'm looking forward to having a great time.
Yeah.
When old Permo comes out.
Yeah, and if you want to check out more of our stuff, check it out on YouTube.
Cool.
If you like our stuff, check it out. If you don't, go away. Yeah, so we'll be in the Utopian pub every Monday morning on our Patreon.
Yep.
It's a weird time to be in the pub, innit?
Yeah.
Monday morning.
Well, I've had many Monday mornings in the pub, sadly, in my life.
Usually it's in spoons,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so we're doing that.
We'll be wrestling soon.
Yeah,
apparently.
wrestling. We've got lots of stuff lined up, I think, haven't we?
I think we definitely will take you up on that to what extent. I
It's
don't
already
know,
been
but-
decided that we will do it. We're just we're
Well,
planning.
with your viewers, they can raise some money for the Body Slams to Cancer show as well.
Yeah,
So we go, we could
yeah.
do
Well,
that.
yeah. Do you want to
Nice-
plug some of your
nice little
stuff
plug.
just quickly before we?
Well, yeah, we're on
stuff
all social media as Fight Factory Wrestling UK. I'm on as Lincoln Dutch because I live in Lincoln and I'm Dutch. So
He lives in Lincoln and he's from Bradford.
all our updates on charity stuff, our normal shows, our school, everything's on all of our social media,
Awesome.
and then OnlyFans as well.
Yeah. Do you want to plug the OnlyFans?
Yeah, Lincoln Dutch. See some right hot stuff.
I saw you getting your ring pounding the other week on there.
Yeah, you did.
We subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and find out.
I mean, I think it's the cheapest subscription. I don't really know.
Should we subscribe to OnlyFans?
Yeah. We was on about doing that instead of Patreon. weren't we?
Yeah, just do an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Battered sausage cheaper than the chippy.
Yeah, there you go.
Final thoughts?
Not that I can think of, no.
Final thoughts?
I don't really get how smells are different.
No. I'll feel you.
Water particles are all the same. Oh, why does that one smell different to that one?
Yeah. Also, as someone who's lost his smell,
Yeah.
it annoys me that I still have some smells, but everything is just like in 6 categories of smell.
Yeah.
Also, I don't get how the same thing smells different when it's warm but cold.
What?
That doesn't come out right, did it?
So is it
The
warm or is it
the
cold?
same thing smells different when it's
Hey,
warm and when it's cold.
This is warm but cold.
You know, when like if you smell like cooked chicken, it smells
Beans,
different
man.
to
Yeah, yeah.
chicken.
It's technically a different thing.
Yeah.
And it said like molecularly. That's not a word.
On a molecular level.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like even if it's just like hot tea smells different to cold tea.
Yeah.
Weird.
Because it's hot or cold.
Yeah.
It's weird, but yeah.
But it's just how heat
Yeah.
changes.
Final
it.
word?
Again, let's go haggis. I like haggis
Yeah.
as a word.
Final word?
Big fan of Nino.
Yeah. Nino is the word of the
I do it
word
for
of
the
day.
orphans.
Yeah. Do you want to throw in a final word?
Word that you like?
Flange.
Flange.
Oh, that's old school, isn't it? That's,
choice,
like,
yeah.
like a retro.
Towers looks like he's
Don't
got
get
a
enough-
base face to that. lot.
Don't get enough airtime. Do you want a final word, Tom? Bruce, tell, fuck it.
I think we should have left it at flange, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Flange
that.
times 2.
Can we rewind and go back to flange?
Yeah. You got a final word?
Flange.
Go. Glorious. Yeah, so that's been Hayden Dutch. I have been Junkie T, that's my name.
You've been Chippy T.
I've been Chippy T. That one.
That one.
Thank you very much for coming along. Fucking hell, my brain is not
Jack
working.
Magic. We'll see you on the flip side.
I've been El Permo as always. See you later.
That threw me even more. This has been the Utopia Project. Goodbye. My brain fell off there.
Put it back on.
Welcome to Utopia. Please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great.
Just as long as we've already let it through our gates.
This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. Yet another little podcast for you. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia.